Welcome back to Man Down Sports, full episode, full panel. We're gonna do this every Friday, man. Full panel Friday. All right. So if y'all like to hear us, go ahead and go back with these topics every Friday. This is what you go get. So make sure I'm in there. Okay, we're good. We're good. We go. Yeah. So yeah, Jay's here. Chris is here. Zoe's here. I'm here, man. Full panel. We got a full episode with topics. We got football, we got NFL, we got basketball, all that good stuff, man. It's gonna be a good episode, man. Stick around for all that, man. I'll wait for a little bit more people to get in here. But how we sounding? How we looking? Can y'all hear us good? Let us know in the comments. Can y'all hear us? Yeah. How it sound, Chris?
Sound good to me.
All right. We got some people in here.
Hi, Chris.
Jay, my boy. Happening with you.
One pride, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, Jay.
Let's go.
We're gonna talk about Alex Smith Light.
Alex Smith Light. I mean, he's still Alex Smith Light. He still ain't got further than Alex Smith. I mean, Alex Smith done got to the playoffs before. This ain't nothing to write home about, right?
You know, this is hey, I'm just from what we was talking about before to now. We got some things to talk about.
Okay, all right.
We definitely got
What's
some
up, big
conversation.
dog? My man Rolling in here.
Rolling in the building.
Rolling, stay up in here, man. Whisper, look like somebody new. What's up, Whisper? Good to go, man. Hey, share the stream, man. Invite some more people in here. Let's get this thing going. But we're gonna go ahead and get started, man, because you see the first topic, man. It matches the thumbnail. LeBron James, man, the Lakers, they got smacked last night, right? They got absolutely clapped last night by the Phoenix Suns. Man, they ain't look competitive all. By the third quarter, LeBron and AD was on the bench. LeBron only had 10 points. And all we've been hearing about since the play-in tournament was over is that LeBron needs help, man. They done lost 11 out of the last 16 games. And all I can hear the media saying is, what player are they going to get before the deadline? Listen to this.
After winning the in-season tournament, they've lost 11 of their last 16 games, and 7 were by double digits. The Lakers have dropped from 6th in the West to 10th and are now 4.5 games back of 6th place. And if they are not already there, Kendrick Perkins, how can the Lakers avoid hitting rock bottom?
You know what? Make a move. Make a move. That's how they could avoid it. They have to. I mean, when you look at all the top teams around the Western Conference, they have a third star, a third playmaker. And I understand we want Austin Reeves to be that guy, but he's not providing what you need him to provide. And when LeBron James don't have it going at the point forward position, who else can you put in play?
I think you will see the Lakers move into a new phase and look to find a deal. That doesn't mean they're going to get one, but I think they will attempt to look into trying to find a deal after Monday.
But is there a player that they need?
So I know everyone's been talking about Zach LaVine. I think his salary is a challenge. I also think that the Lakers want a guy who can play at both ends of the court. So I would think that I don't think Zach LaVine's going to be the answer. I think the Lakers are keeping an eye on DeJounte Murray with the Atlanta Hawks. That's not going to be a simple trade to pull off. It's going to be expensive. DeJounte Murray, however, would give them that guard who plays at both ends and would take some of the ball. He's not a pure point guard, but he could take some of the ball handling pressure off LeBron James.
Atlanta's ready to trade DeJounte Murray. They have given some time to the Trae Young, DeJounte Murray backcourt. I think they're ready to move on from it. DeJounte Murray is the player that they're engaged around the league with, and they have talked to the Lakers. They've exchanged some ideas on a potential trade. But they're engaged with a lot of teams. They gave up a lot for DeJounte Murray. They gave up 2 of their own first-round picks, a pick swap, and a third first-round pick that they had control of. They want to get some value back for him. So you look at that Lakers roster, and you see what of value do they have that can compete in the marketplace. I think there's lots of teams interested in him. The question is, how much are they willing to give up for Murray? When you're this far out from the trade deadline, usually you're not getting people's best yet. And so I think the Lakers are going to be in this, but there are a number of teams interested. But I do think the chances of him moving before the deadline are very, very high.
So here's the thing, because this happens far too often, right? Last year it happened. It happens all the freaking time with LeBron. And I'm wondering, if LeBron is the GOAT, how come he needs a mid-season trade every single year? Like, what is that, man? And they talked about the DeJounte Murray in the trade with the Hawks. So we got a Hawks fan here. We got a Lakers fan here. We got a LeBron fan here. This ought to be a good conversation. I want to know why this dude need a new trade every mid-season, man, for the last 8 years. What's going on with that?
I'll let you the resident Lakers fan.
Hey, man, the man's 75 years old, man. God damn, bro. like shit. Like, hey, man, that man got more grade. If he let his joint go out, he got more grade than I got.
What that mean?
Let the man live, man. The man 300 years old. He gotta do everything.
At what point do we stop letting that be? He just dunked on Paul George from one step inside the free throw line. But then on the other hand, he 39, 75 years old.
George. He let a senior citizen dunk on him. That's a damn shame.
See, it's the goalpost, man. The goalpost.
That's a damn shame, bro.
I don't remember no GOATs having to need a trade every year like this, man. I don't remember any mid-season trades with Michael Jordan.
The GOATs you talking about ain't played for 30 years.
Yeah, but they ain't had no trade at mid-season. When Michael Jordan get a mid-season trade?
Man, come on, bro. Michael Jordan had all-star players on his team for 6 years, man.
He had one all-star. That's Scottie Pippen.
So
do you know that you could build an entire NBA team?
Dennis Rodman was a slouch then, right?
No, he was about the same age as LeBron is now when he was playing with Mike.
Nah, he wasn't no 50 years old, man. LeBron 50 years old.
LeBron ain't no 50. LeBron 39. That's about where Rodman was at.
Yeah, I just want to know, why is it always somebody else that got to help LeBron? It's always
always.
I wasn't going to say anything, right? I was
DeJounte Murray. Like, we don't want nothing they got. We traded Cam Reddish. We don't want Austin Reeves. We don't want Rui Hachimura. Y'all ain't got no picks till 2029. What are y'all gonna give us a value? Keep that team and go to wherever y'all need to go, please, for the life of me. Yeah, that's where they're gonna go. They're gonna end up in Cancun. At the end of the day, it's always LeBron. They're gonna end up in Cancun, but it's always LeBron needing help. And I'm just tired of it. Like, put the onus on yourself. And yes, you've done that a lot. And yes, you are up in age, but ain't nobody told you to play. Like, you ain't got to play if you old, or you can play and then be held to the same standard as everybody else that calls himself a star.
Can I ask you a question then? What do you want the man to do, man?
What do I want him to do?
What y'all want
or retire? Hooper, listen, if you're gonna play basketball to your up-team age, then play basketball. Kobe didn't complain. Kobe didn't complain in his.
He's still a premier player at his age right now.
Kobe didn't complain in his 20th season. He went out there and body breaking down and all, and still he might have put up terrible shots. He might have put up 50 shots in that last game and only hit 22, but he still went out there and played.
So now we praising Kobe.
But he didn't complain. He accepted
airball Kobe.
He accepted it when it was his time. LeBron needs to just realize, like, hey, and it's probably just because he want to play with his son so bad for at least 1 year. That's probably the reason why he holding on. But
can I have an idea? I think idea is, how about everybody else step up and stop depending on LeBron?
Ain't nobody else getting the praise that LeBron is getting. You got to live up to the praise that you're getting and that you want people to give you.
If you was 103 years old out there playing basketball, man.
If you was 103 years old, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do.
On the free throw line, I would still give you your praise. Like, listen, Anthony Davis, they never showed it. Anthony Davis never worked out to what he was supposed to be.
LeBron had 10 points last night. LeBron had 10 points last night. It's everybody else's. It's everybody else's fault. He had 10 points.
Listen. The problem is not LeBron. It's not. Well, the problem is not LeBron the player. The problem is LeBron the GM. So here it is. Every year they need a midseason trade because he constructs the team for the need of that year. Like, there's no long term. Like, they ain't trying to build a team or whatever. Every year is win now with whatever, right? The players that they got last year at the trade deadline only like it was to beat one team. You know what I mean? But then they ran into the joke in them and got swept. And then LeBron and all them boys, they busted their load pause early to win the McDonald's All-American in-season it don't count for nothing tournament.
The NIT of the NBA.
Yeah, and now they done. So now they got to construct a team to beat them boys in the West, and they're constantly constructing teams because when you're a player and all the other players got the same agent that you have because you run that agency, you can do that. Like it's never been seen before in the world because he playing from both ends. Pause.
I also
mean,
think
that all sound good. Like, yeah, I agree with you that he is building a team for this year and right now, right? But it's not hard to get a player. You know, it don't have to be for the long term future, but dang, they don't fit the next season. They don't fit,
dude.
Like you get what I'm saying. You had Rory.
The Lakers got the same
and
amount of money as
Reeves.
nobody right now. Like they can't pay nobody. Like it's all got to be deals that another team is taking the bulk of the contract for. You know what I'm saying? Like all the money tied up in LeBron and AD.
Or you can say Clutch Sports because you know that's
yeah,
why.
For sure.
But see, this is the thing. But this is the thing. Chris made a good point. He said when Kobe knew that he was too old or hurt to actually get them over the hump as the number one player, he didn't put that stress on the Lakers on going to go spend money on other players. He let them go and draft Russell, draft Randall, draft all these young guys that he knew he couldn't win with. And he just said, well, look, for what I did for you my whole career for 20 years, give me a bag for these last 2 years and let me run off into the sunset. You only got to pay me a bunch of money. I'm not going to force you to pay me a bunch of money. My co-star that's under my agency, and then go find me some help every season and waste all that money on them so we can get put out in the conference finals or the second round, right? This or not make the playoffs at all. So this is what he's asked the Lakers to do ever since he's been there, except for the bubble year. They got lucky their bubble year. He's just asking them to waste money. Kobe didn't do that. Kobe said, let me get what you owe me, and I'll ride off. I know we're not going to be competitive. I'll ride off into the sunset. That's respectable. Not saying I still want to try to win at 40 years old. When has Kevin Willis carried a squad at 40? When have Olajuwon at 40 tried to carry? Michael Jordan with the Wizards, he wasn't even trying to win. Michael Jordan was like, look, you ain't got to go get co-stars. Don't go get freaking Barkley and Ewing and all these guys. I'll play with Rick Hamilton and Tyronn Lue. I just want to come out here and play for the love of the game. That's what LeBron needs to do. He needs to be out there for the love of Ray J, the love of Flavor Flav, the love of the game, and stop trying to pull all this money and do trades every season.
I don't even think it's so much. I don't think LeBron has played for the love of the game in years. I think LeBron has played for the love of the chase. The chase that is gonna be like right there out of reach. Trying to chase Kobe, trying to chase Mike. He's not gonna, if he didn't get there by now, he's not gonna get there at all. And it's the fact that he doesn't want to deal with that. He doesn't, because he's always been he always wanted to be appreciated and liked in the public eye. He always wanted to be on that stage, to be mentioned in the same breath as the Kobe and the Mike. But when you don't play the game like they do for the pure love of the game, and then you get the accolades that come with that when you play for the love of the game, you already won't be on the same stage as them. But now outside of that, you're also lacking the accolades that they got while playing purely for the love of the game. So he's playing for the love of the chase, and it's a chase that will never amount to anything that he's looking for. So he's just wasting.
No,
he doesn't have enough.
I mean, you could have been a 5-time champion.
That's a 4-time champion.
5.
4.
Hey, this is what John Stockton said about him. This what John.
Don't forget that.
Listen, this is what John Stockton said about him.
I've liked him and followed him for most of his career. One thing that I think people don't talk about is that when he goes to these organizations, he goes there, and of course they're in win now mode, but these organizations exhaust all their resources for years to come. And then when he wins, everyone says, oh my God, LeBron's the best. Well, then he leaves, and those teams are terrible, and they have no capital, they have no draft capital, they have no assets whatsoever, and then they're in the doldrums of the NBA for 4 or 5 years, and they say, "Oh, see, look what happens." When LeBron leaves, they're terrible. Obviously, he's a great player, but when you get to influence the personnel decisions for some of these teams, I feel like it's hurting the NBA. And I just want to get your opinion on that.
Yeah, I'm not living it every day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like to sit in that front office and have things dictating to you like a player. I mean, it appears that LeBron is. I don't know for sure that he is, but it appears so. I think it'd be maddening as a teammate to know that you could be expendable for one of his guys that he thinks he needs to play with. The iffiness it causes with the team, the iffiness it causes upstairs. I don't like it either. I mean, I like kind of brag on Michael Jordan here a little bit, and I think we were a similar ilk with the Jazz. I like where guys just tighten their belt up and say, you know what, let's go to work. We just got to get better.
Yeah.
We got to play harder. We got to play smarter instead of just, where's the grass greener? I'm going to go there and win a championship.
Yeah.
I think it devalues that. You're not climbing the mountain. You're taking a helicopter to the top.
Totally agree.
So again, I'm not a fan of it, but that's, who cares? Who cares what I think?
Yeah.
So he's not climbing the mountain. He's taking a helicopter to the top, right? So last words from y'all, then I'm opening the phone lines up.
Hey, that man mad because Jordan didn't want him as a point guard on that team. he wanted out of Utah so damn bad. He'd have went to the Bulls if they'd have offered it to him, man. Don't listen to that, man.
But no, it honestly
right.
makes sense because if you look at it, like the first 7 years of his career was him climbing the mountain, him trying to climb the mountain. Miami, he kind of had a little bit of help climbing the mountain, and then after that,
Little bit of help. He didn't climb no mountain in Miami. The Miami was a helicopter.
He took American Airlines. That wasn't no helicopter.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be nice.
He called Superman on that.
I was trying to be nice, but yeah, Miami was the start of him riding private all the way to the top of the mountain that he still, in my opinion, will never reach.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think LeBron, even his whole career, LeBron has been, and I'll give him the credit of being one of the most, if not the most, hype NBA prospect coming out of high school. With all of the fanfare and people at his games and stuff, he felt the pressure. And oftentimes you could see it. Like when somebody says something about LeBron, his ego is bruised. I remember that "What Should I Do" commercial. I remember the after the decision. I remember even just recently when the coach for the Raptors said that they had 23 foul calls and we only had 2. LeBron tweets about it saying, "Oh, well, they fouled and we didn't." But just the other day on his birthday, when he was complaining about the refs not calling his three-pointer a three-pointer, like he has a very bruisable ego, for lack of a better term. And so
Fragile.
when things like this take place, yes, it's fragile ego. Perfect. That's a perfect frame. He got a fragile ego. So when things like this, the fact that he's going to always be chasing that ghost, when people say things like we've said things like, "I'm sorry, with the path that you're going, you'll never be the GOAT," it bothers him. So he feels like he has to say, "Oh, this guy don't work for my style of play," which that's a whole nother story, that you've had the same style of play, in the league ever since. So you need a certain type of player around you, but it bothers him to the point to where every season somebody's expendable. Everybody's expendable except for, the guys that I choose to keep here. And that sometimes makes for, and I think the taste of success also in Miami when he took that private jet, like Jay said, to the top. That taste of success will, I'm gonna just do it like this until I'm done. And I think he's seen that, yeah, you can get something like that, but you lose a lot of credibility taking it like that.
Yeah, unless you try to control the narrative, so people won't, have that thought. Like you're doing it in a certain way that a lot of people don't respect the way you're doing it, but you're using the media and the media people that are close to you and the media, people that you somewhat own. You're using that to change their way of thinking, so they don't think that way. I got a phone call. Hold on. All right, caller from Washington, D.C. What's up, man?
Man, damn. This is DC Slim. What it do?
What's up, man? What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts?
Hey, man, look, let's stop biting our tongues here, man. This is the most overrated, hyped up dude in history. All right? He's always been a role player. All right, let's go ahead and be serious because I think y'all being too nice. All right, he's actually a third player on every team. He can't shoot. He don't play no D. Don't have no bag. No nothing. I don't know where he got all that popularity from. I'm still trying to figure out what he did. I don't know if Cat was talking about him when he on the list or not. But we can leave that where that is, right? But what I'm saying is, his name should never, ever be mentioned with Kobe and LeBron. I mean, Kobe and Mike. What I'm saying is, man, this dude ain't even ranked top 10. I'd give him a 16. All right? He's the greatest of all time on paper. But when the game starts, he go to 15.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Once we throw the ball up,
Let him
then
cook.
all
Let him
that
cook.
change. You know what I'm saying? See, I like to grade players, and I think you've seen this one time, man, down. I look at players as cars, right? Jordan is a Rolls Royce. Kobe is a Bentley. LeBron is a Jeep Wrangler or a Camry. Good mileage. Great mileage. You can drive that junk till it got 300,000 miles on it, right? Sustainable. Ain't got no worth, though. You know what I'm saying? Look, I can't even like him as a person, right? Because the media, Mr. Brian Windhorse and all of the other people, they done made me hate him. Because every time I turn the TV on now, right? You won't even give me a chance to just like look at his game. So now I'm investigating him like a police officer. So now when I look at his game, I'm critiquing him so much that I keep finding blemishes.
Yeah.
So I keep saying, GOAT. GOAT to me means going on a tantrum. Because that's all I see on the regular with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of tired of it, man, to be honest with you, man. Clutch Sports, man, they done paid everybody in the league to hype this dude up. You know what I'm saying? Kobe gets no love. Mike gets no love. Look, man, they don't even talk about old players no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of it, man. I love the show. I'm just, I'm frustrated, fellas. I'm just going to keep it real with y'all, man. It's a wrap for me with that dude, man. I just need him to go away, man. I'm a Laker fan, dog. To the core.
I can feel the pain in your voice, man.
It hurts. It hurts.
Let me ask you this: when he first decided to join the Lakers, and then that same year Magic came. Well, actually, Magic came, took the job. LeBron came, and then the talk was that y'all was getting AD, but that first year, the whole year, they was talking about which players was gonna get traded. Is it gonna be Ingram? Is it gonna be Kuzma? Is it gonna be Lonzo Ball? And it was just hard for them guys to play. That's all they talked about every single game. They at the free throw line. The fans are holding up signs saying LeBron's going to trade you. How was it as a Lakers fan that year?
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you like this. This is how I look at the LeBron thing. Me and the Lakers is a marriage. That's my wife. LeBron is her new boyfriend staying in my house, and I got to sleep on the couch.
Sheesh. Is anybody in that situation?
Hey, look. See, I can't cut my Lakers off because they my Lakers. Dog, I don't even wear my Kobe jerseys no more because I don't want nobody to think I'm falling for LeBron's Lance Armstrong James. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do it. What I'm saying is he is like the biggest narcissist in the world. Nobody like to use them words when it come to him. You know what I'm saying? Biggest crybaby. Look, when people listen to this, I want y'all to pay attention to this when you talk to LeBron fans. They always like to say, he's so big and fast, right? Oh. But he never match up with big dudes. You never seeing him like his back is never to the basket, backing a dude down, going over him. Yeah, I'm critiquing his game. Yeah.
Whoa.
He is a giant point guard, dog. He's a giant point guard. Somebody prove me wrong. Look, in this league today, fellas, you can stat pat all day. Look, as much as I love Kevin Durant, this stat pat, man, you can't play no D. You touch one of these dudes, and remember, these dudes is 225 pounds, 6 feet tall. So you blow these dudes, they fall on the ground. So it's easy to get 90 points a game. Man, you was just talking about something where Man, they averaging 160 a night in this jump.
That's
That
true.
is not worth watching.
That's
all right?
true.
The product stinks, man. You got a bunch of soft dudes. I'm not even gonna blame it on young people. I just think Mr. Penis Head, the commissioner, he kind of just like ruining everything. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I can't blame everything on LeBron. Though I like that video
DC
you just
Slim.
posted.
DC
Yeah, I
Slim.
did.
DC Slim.
I did.
Hey,
I did.
you entered the
Yeah.
clip, man. I gotta lock you in, your number in, so you gotta call every show. But I gotta open the phone lines up for somebody else to call. Hey man,
Do you, fellas?
Hey.
Do you? Hey, make sure you call him LeBron Lance Armstrong James, a.k.a. the Tin Man. Peace out, fellas.
All right, big dog.
All right.
Golly, Slim.
Hey, man.
Nuclear. Slim went nuclear.
Hey,
My
hey,
goodness.
Hey,
My
hey,
man said,
Melvin, don't you
hold
call
on, my
no
man said, if
Because
you
it's-
blow them, then they fall. Wait a minute.
Oh
Hey,
man.
Hey, Slim meant every word of what he said, though.
Every
He did.
syllable, every
Wrong.
letter.
About it.
What you mean wrong as hell?
It was wrong as hell. He was passionate about it.
You that
Hey, man,
LeBron
listen,
fan that he was talking about.
Melvin, I understand you and Melvin are avid LeBron haters, man. It's okay, bro.
Nobody's a LeBron
It's
hater, man. But
I
when
love
you
LeBron.
start, bro, LeBron
I'm
started ruining the game
Just
years
for y'all
ago.
two, so y'all can hash all that out. I get it.
Hey, I love LeBron.
You are an enabler,
LeBron.
bro. You're an enabler. You enable this kind of behavior. You
Well-
make this behavior okay. ENABLAER, something like that.
Close enough.
Enabler. And I should have spelled it ERIC because that's what you did.
Hey, phone line still open, man. We'll take one more call before we move to the next topic, man. But yeah, DC Slim, he said everything in a nutshell, really, man. We should just let him just spin for the rest of the topic, man. But phone line is open, man, if y'all want to call.
Listen, man, when LeBron traded his best friend and Dwayne Wade, at that point, everything's for sale.
Bro, when he left Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade said he didn't even know he was going to
He didn't
leave
even
to
know.
go back to
He didn't
Cleveland.
even know. He didn't know.
That was wild. That
Yeah,
lets you know. That lets you know.
You don't owe another man.
Another man, no explanation. They grown ass men. What you talking
Okay,
about?
y'all say that now.
That's so crazy.
Y'all crazy. It's five of us.
Grown ass man, bro.
Listen,
You
man.
want me to- hey, look, hey, man. I got a new job, Melvin. I didn't tell Melvin, so he mad at me now.
No,
Listen.
that's not the same thing. That's
When-
like
when
you.
we
That's
start
like
doing
you
that?
no, Eric. That's like you finding a new sports podcast and you sign a contract with them and don't tell me. That's
And
what
then
that
we-
is.
And then we find
Nigga,
out.
we ain't got no contract now. What the fuck?
Hold
you
on.
talking
Think about it like this, right? Think about it like this. You came to my home where I had already won a ring, right? I let you in here and to come a part of and make this a bigger thing, right? You the whole thing. You talking about not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. That's a few years, and they only play how many years together? 4.
4.
And you not only
How
did
many
you-
championships they get?
2,
I
and
know.
it should have been
Okay.
1.
They got 2 championships though, right?
It should have only
They got
been
2.
1. They got 2
2.
out of 4. When he promised
Damn.
7.
Is that not good enough? What else I got to do for you?
Not when you promised 7. You came up 5
Hey,
short
bro.
on the deal. You came up
Bro,
5
hey.
short on the deal.
Hey, Chris. So let me ask you this question. Let's say we went into business together. I said fucking and gave you $2 million out of my pocket just so you'll come ride with me. Hey, at the end of the day, it didn't work out. You still walked away with $2 million. Are you mad at me or no?
Listen.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be more than $2 million.
E.
You ain't got $2 million right now. What are you talking
It
about?
was supposed to be more than $2 million.
You ain't got $2 million right now.
Wait a minute.
You-
No, Wade
you
had
gave
$1 million before LeBron even stepped foot in Miami. Let's not forget that. So he ain't took Wade for no ride. Wade already had a ring down there. He came to try to learn how to win.
and
Who do you have a ring with though?
Shaq.
I'll wait.
Shaq.
He had a ring with Shaq, right?
And
Who
who
was the
else?
best player on
Did
that
he?
team?
Who
Who
else?
was the best player on that team?
Hold on.
Who
Did he ring
was
by
the best
himself?
player on that team? Who was the best player on that team? Who was the
You
best
want-
player in that playoff
Your
series?
boy question. You drank the bottle of beer at. Hey, look. Your boy,
Listen,
my question.
listen.
Did he have another man?
I'm gonna use yours. Shaq was 50 years old. Shaq was 50 years old. He didn't do
Hold
that.
on. I got a call on the line. Dino, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got me. You hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Got you.
First of all, what's good, my guys?
What's up, man?
My brother, what up?
Man. That's first of all. But you know, my phone about to die. But I had to jump in when I heard the Miami Heat talk going on.
Let's do it.
As a Heat fan, I'm glad you're going, brother. See you. We ain't need you nowhere. That's real.
Hey.
I feel like we ain't mad at him at all. Facts. That's facts. Because you got to understand something, fellas. Before that blood clot and Chris Bosh's heart, he was playing at MVP caliber. I don't think a lot of people remember that.
No, I don't remember.
He was one in lead MVP voting before he found out he had a blood clot. And Dwayne Wade was averaging 23 that year. So we was looking real good, you know. So as a Heat fan, yes, I'm grateful for the help, but understand something. You needed Dwayne Wade just as much as people want to say he needed you. You needed Chris Bosh just as much as people say you needed him, right? It took you to go somewhere where there's top tier talent, which is equaling yours at this point, right? And get not only that, but get coached by one of the all-time greats as of now, and their exposure, right? So you needed us to just and we needed you. That's cool to say, but to come there and say like, oh yeah, LeBron was LeBron's team, no, man, that's Wade's team, and he was the closer on the team if you actually watch basketball, and that's real.
Yeah, he was. He was, man. Appreciate it, Dino. Thanks for the call,
But
man.
that's not taken away from Bron. Bron still.
Bron was cold.
You know, we ain't need you.
Yeah, he was cold. He was a real good Scottie Pippen in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Right. But that's all I wanted to say, man. I'm jump back in the chat though.
All right,
sir,
man.
my boy.
Thanks for the call, Dino.
Keep going, man.
All right, big
Love
guy.
you, brother.
Yep.
Hey Melvin, send me the link to the my Facebook joint
Okay.
so I can pull up on my big screen.
Pull up on your big screen. Don't
Yeah,
be messing
what
nothing up,
you-
man. Don't be trying to run from this smoke, Eric. You
Nah, I
good?
ain't
No,
trying to
Eric, you
run from
good?
smoke. Nah, I
You
just-
good right now, Eric? You good?
Me right now.
Eric, you good? Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, I just don't like holding my phone because I can't really get at y'all. I'm holding my phone. I'm trying to move shit.
You couldn't really get at us anyway. Your argument is highly invalid.
Hey,
That man went Miami
look,
Heat.
you had hold on. First of all, you saying my shit is invalid, and you had Uncle Willie call, and who else?
What that got to do with? Why are you
Yeah, Uncle
deflecting?
Willie
Why are you
called and somebody else.
deflecting? Why are you
I'm saying,
deflecting?
hey, and you hanging on to every word. Ooh, that was a good one, dog. You got it with that one.
Because where's the lie? Where's the lie?
You got it with that one, dog.
Hold on, hey.
You know, I know Eric is a real LeBron fan because he's doing what LeBron do and blaming everybody else.
Blaming
Exactly.
everybody
Exactly.
else, bro.
Excuses. Yep.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, I want to make sure you ain't. I need to see your W-2s or whatever. Make sure you're not a member of Clutch Sports, Eric.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wade did come out and say they teamed up after Kobe got that second championship, and that was like, dang man, he just racking them up. We ain't even got one yet. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that. Y'all, did you hear that soundbite, Eric?
Hold on. All right, I'm coming in. I'm getting out of this one. I'm going in this one. All right.
Yeah, come on and get barbecued again. Come on in here and get cooked.
My man.
He coming
I'm coming out of this one. I'm about to come in this one.
hey, DC Slim. Hey, DC Slim, when you hear this back, DC Slim, and you hear when you were saying, oh man, back into that man and all that.
You'll understand. You know what? The first time I was gonna let it slide, but he just kept saying stuff and like.
But you know what? I gave him the benefit because he was in the moment. He was heated. He was passionate about what he was talking about. You don't really hear what you're saying. But when he watched his back, though, he gonna be like, damn.
Hey, but he snapped though.
He went in. That boy went nuclear.
He definitely snapped, man. Ray Allen scored 50 before joining the Heat.
I mean, every bench player has their day. I mean,
no. Ray Allen is what he's trying to say is Ray Allen was still like that. And you got to understand how good the Heat was to have Ray Allen on the bench. Ray Allen he left Boston because he didn't want to go to the bench for Avery Bradley. That was go put him on the bench for Avery Bradley. And
he was declining. Let's be honest. I mean, But a declining Ray Allen is still a great player.
Still a great
Absolutely,
player.
and he's the reason why they even got that second championship, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a luxury to have it on the bench for sure.
Facts. Somebody who practices that kind of play every day, and you got that, he's always hot. Like you can bring him off the bench and he's always hot. Like that is beyond a luxury. Yeah. And that's what saved LeBron on that second. I'll never forget watching that series. They had the fans had left.
Mm-hmm. And was trying to run back in.
Left, and they were trying to run back in, and they wasn't letting them in. It was like, oh no, y'all want to leave, leave.
Yeah.
And Ray and Tim Duncan slammed his handles on the day. He was mad, and then they ended up winning that whole thing in 7. But Ray Allen kept that series alive.
Hey man, that's why he's the GOAT, bro.
Who, Ray Allen?
No,
Jesus Shuttleworth. For sure.
Man, look, I can't believe the hate is coming off this screen.
It's not hate. It's not hate, man.
I don't hate LeBron, bro. I promise I don't. I don't hate LeBron. I like LeBron.
I don't hate LeBron.
Like
I hate the excuses his fans make up for him. I hate the excuses the analysts make up for him. I hate the way they move the goalposts for him.
Well, have you ever had to deal with that kind of pressure? Have you ever had to be one of the best basketball players of all time, be a father of 2 aspiring basketball players?
Lord have mercy.
Hold on, and then make hair regrow from a bald head. Y'all ain't never had to do that.
All three of them combined ain't had to do it.
You know what I'm saying,
all right, one more phone call, then we're moving on to the Warriors, man.
We got one.
Caller from Florida. What's up? What's your name? Florida. All right.
They're trying to sell your car warranty.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah, that's what they do. All right, man. Let's move on, man. Golden State Warriors. They not having a good season either. They trash. Draymond Green is,
cancer.
In my opinion, he destroyed this team last year with that punch. You know what I mean? Because I done like 3 or 4 different videos, and I gave my opinion on, hey, look, I think that punch separated the locker room, and they never was able to get that locker room back together. And they thought that getting rid of Jordan Poole was going to help get the locker room back together. But Jordan Poole wasn't the problem. Draymond and that the fact that there's 2 separate teams in that locker room is Dre, Clay, and Steph,
and everybody else.
And Kerr. Those 4 guys is one team, and then everybody else is a separate team, and they think that's gonna work. It's not gonna work like that. So I listened to a Warriors radio station, man. It's now 95.7 The Game on YouTube. Here's their thoughts about it.
Steve Kerr asked how tough it is to hear boos at home in back-to-back losses.
Yeah, we deserved it for sure. Fell behind immediately, and I think we're just lacking confidence right now. It's you get to a stage sometimes where you just kind of lose your belief, and it happens. And that's what's happened right now with our team the last few days. I think we've just lost the spirit, the confidence that has to carry you, against talented teams night in and night out.
We were lacking confidence. We lost our spirit.
So as you look at Belichick, retire and Pete Carroll retire, the one thing I think that they did a great job of was empowering young players to feel a part of the team. Mm-hmm. And if I look at what has really, there are many reasons, but one of the big separators for the Warriors, and you can say B, you can say Joe, it all starts and ends with the punch. And I'd listen to you. I'd listen to you. But I do feel like there's we're made men and you'll never be.
Right.
And so whenever there's a problem, it's because you're not bringing, and right. I'm being dramatic here when I say this, but it has felt like, hey, we got the 3 made men and a couple of vets that we trust, and everybody else, you don't get the benefit of the doubt at any single turn.
Right.
And the beauty of when I watched Belichick, the beauty of Pete Carroll and stuff, they would infuse the young players. Like, think about Brady, how many young guys, he would trust certain people right away, and boom, that was one of his made men.
Embrace them.
Yes.
Embrace them. And it feels like a lack of embracing when it comes to the youngsters.
Yes.
It all started last year. The whole 2 timeline thing, which was, just these guys like Houston. You look at the Houston Rockets, and I'm not saying they're a finals team.
No.
But what they've done is they brought in the right veterans to empower the youngsters. Okay, like they may end up trading Jalen Green, but they got Jabari Smith Jr.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got some other young assets. And I'm like, you know what? Let's bring some veterans here and let's bring the youngsters together. Let's play as a team. Let's mesh together. Like, not the other way around. Like, it felt like it's been two different teams for two straight years. Like, empower the youngsters. Play with the veterans. Empower Kuminga. Empower Moody. Like, it's so ironic. Moody goes back-to-back games, scoring 21 points, tying the season high, and now he may be out for 2 to 3 weeks with the calf strain. That's the worst part about it. Now you lose another guy. So now GP2's out, Chris Paul's out, and Moses Moody, who's got the short end of the stick, is now got a calf strain.
Well,
so they kind of echo on the same thing, but I said this last year. Yeah. Like no one was actually saying this until it became clear and obvious. I said it last year. As soon as the punch happened, I said, man, they're not gonna be. That's Humpty Dumpty. They're not gonna be able to put the pieces back together again. And lo and behold, I was right. And we seen it last year. We seen it again this year. And if you go back to my old videos, my answer was Draymond and Clay has to go. So now Shams Charania, or whatever, I might be saying this name wrong, but Shams have reported that now everybody's on the trade block or everybody's available except Steph Curry. So two things for y'all. What y'all think the real issue is and what y'all think the solution is?
Oh, too easy. Now, what you said about the punch, that's partially true. I'd give that about 60% of the problem, right? But every interview over the summer of last year and everything, Steve Kerr pretty much put the big three in himself. Like, he separated it in every interview. We need these guys in order to win. Blah, blah, blah. So imagine being a young player and you busting their ass all week at practice. And then when it's time to go, and you can't go. And then you hear your coach doubling down on the people who ask you busting at practice every day. Like, your spirit's gonna be good. Like, Steve Kerr wasn't wrong. We lost the spirit. You gave it away. You gave it away. Y'all ran all them boys up there and put Mike Dunleavy Jr. in there so he could be the fall guy.
Pretty much.
So all of that's the problem. The fix is, man, hey, we done seen this a million times. You got to blow it up. Everybody must go. You got to blow it up. You got to blow it up.
They waited too long, though, Jay.
And if we being honest, you're not going to get value for any of those pieces.
Nope.
And if we also being real honest, that's what you get when you reward bad behavior with $100 million contract, and
facts.
You act like we still don't know that mostly the origins of that team was Mark Jackson.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Norwood Hammond said, honestly, it started when he ran KD out. And I agree, because I think the what Bob Myers was trying to do when he got KD is he knew that, all right, I gotta resign this dude. As long as I got KD and Steph, we probably gonna be the best team on in the league. So he was making a priority to sign KD, which was holding up Draymond Green's contract because he was in the contract year as well. And KD wasn't telling them what he wanted to do. And that's why Draymond Green was on edge that season. And that's why he snapped on him at that Clippers game, because he was already annoyed that you're not telling us what you're going to do. Are you leaving? Are you staying? What you going to do? Because I can't even get my deal done until you get yours done,
right? Until
we know what you're doing. So he was holding up his first big payday. But yeah, you're right, Norwood. They ran KD out of there. That was a big mistake. But every time Draymond Green feels threatened, like he about to lose his position in Golden State, or his position with the core three of Steph and Clay or whatever, he started lashing out at whoever is taking his position, and that's why he cussed out KD. That's why all that pressure got Wiseman traded, and that's why he punched Poole. But go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that also to piggyback off of that, he knows out of that establishment, Kerr's a good coach. I'm not here to bash on him, even though I think he mishandled a lot of these situations. I think overall he is a beneficiary of the roster, also in managing people, even though he mismanaged some. But Dre knows he's the least talented out of all of those dudes. He knows that. He has to know that. He knows he's the least talented out of those dudes, so he has to do something all of the time in order to put himself in a position to make people think he's not expendable, when truth of the matter is, like you said last year, and I think it started the summer of the year before last, where you was like, dude, you can't win without Draymond Green. I mean, yes, and this is not a slight to Draymond. I think his basketball IQ is very high. I think he is a good defensive player. He's smart. He communicates. He's tough. But skill-wise, you can find or at least make another Draymond Green if you that team. You know what I'm saying? You got Steph. You got the greatest shooter ever. You should be able to build around that and be better. And not have to pay him, like Jay said, $100 million to be punching and kicking people in the nuts.
Yeah,
like that's like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So this comment right here is on the screen, Jay. We had a conversation about this yesterday, didn't we? You know, he said KD hasn't won anything without Golden State, but Golden State won. They won one before him and one after him, right? But that one after him is so many examples in basketball and football where that one successful season after a key player or a key coach leaves is just a lot of momentum going away, and then plus they're fueled by proving everybody that they could do it without that person. And we've seen it with Kansas City last year with the loss of Tyreek Hill, but the year after that we see the real true colors of what Kansas City is without Tyreek Hill.
I'm praying for a receiver right now.
Right.
Yeah,
we seen it with the Bulls when they lost Jordan. That first year they got to the second round of the playoffs, but then the next year after that, what did they do? They was about to miss the playoffs. Jordan had to come back with 17 games left and save their season and get them in the playoffs. We seen it with KD leaving Golden State. They, you know, when they got back full and got back together, oh man, they mustered up enough energy to get to the finals and win, but their true color showed the season after that. So there's a lot of examples of that. John Gruden coming back and getting a championship with the Tampa Bay after Tony Dungy left. Barry Switzer doing it with the Cowboys after Jerry Johnson left, Jimmy Johnson left. So many examples of that. You can't judge it by that year of success. You have to judge it by the year after that. What you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Bird.
Bird in the comment asking, do I need his peacock locked in? that man using mine. That man is using my peacock. Oh.
Yeah, please pause.
Simply put, everything's for sale, but nobody's buying. They missed their window to get anything back, and I think it has to be to the point where it's like you're forcing the issue because Steph is still. They say everything can go but Steph. Everything's on the block but Steph. But at what point do you realize the time is up on everybody? You know what I'm saying? Steph might be able to get you a couple of more years. Maybe he might be the vet for the next guy coming up behind him. You know what I'm saying? But Clay cooked, Draymond been cooked, and you're not showing any respect to your young guys, like
at all.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you done missed your window to actually get something back for Clay, or to even get whatever you could get for Draymond. Now nobody wants that attitudinal cancer in their locker room because they know what it comes with. It comes with texts, fines, teammate punches in practice, and excuses, right? Nobody wants that in their locker room. Everybody's trying to build a cohesive unit. Nobody wants disruption.
When your off-season big move is to bring in the ghost of Chris Paul pass, like
exactly, and even he's on the trading block. They're like, yeah, we might have missed with this one. At this point, you might have to just cut your losses, do the retirements, and go into a rebuild. You were a dynasty. You were one of the greatest dynasties that we had seen in a long time.
Yeah, they gotta do exactly what the Lakers did with Kobe, but the only person who deserves that swan song is Steph. So the only you got to play Steph $50 million next year, but you know you're not winning anything. So stop trying to spend all this money. I mean, they so far above the cap, and they paying so much in the luxury tax is ridiculous. And this team probably won't even make the playoffs, and that's why Joe Lacob is pissed. He left the game when they got blowed out the other game. He got up and walked out and stormed out of there pissed off, man. His body language is crazy. So
I'd be pissed off too if I just spent $100 million on a dude that just came back from a suspension from doing the same thing he been doing the last time, and we are not even in playoff contention. They might not make the play-in, bro.
Yeah,
they might not make the play-in, and he got to pay that luxury tax no matter what.
Exactly, and the reason why he probably pissed off is because he probably wasn't convinced that this was the right move, and Steve Kerr convinced them to do it. And I think that's why Bob Myers left, because he was like, no, we cannot do this. Right. You know, and Steve Kerr, as soon as they got put out of the playoffs, they started lobbying in the they weren't even talking about the Lakers loss. They was talking about how much they needed daggone Draymond. We're not a championship team without Draymond. So he was already trying to help him get that money. So they convinced Joe Lacob to spend that money. My last thing I'm gonna say though is you trade Draymond. His contract is huge and probably nobody want him. So trade him for. I mean, just get rid of just get rid of the salary.
Take your losses.
Don't trade if you can't find somebody to trade Clay, because he's owed $43 million. If you can't find somebody to trade Clay, he's a free agent after this season. Let him walk. Right. Get under the cap and tell Steph, you got, hey, thanks for what you did. You got 4 rings. We're gonna let you walk out of here on your own. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have a last dance like Kobe had. But you're done competing, big dog.
Yeah, you at this point you got to take them behind the shed, man, because this is getting sad. It's getting, you gotta, bro, because they, like I said, they missed a window to where they could have got something back and still could have been competitive.
Yeah,
but now it's to the point where it's like, man, this is, and it's hard to watch because it was like, man, me personally, man, I like watching those Golden State teams. The first ring that they got, the rings with KD, and even this last ring that they got against Boston, like I was a fan of that basketball team, and to watch them just like crumble like stale cookies, bro, it's sad to watch. And it's like y'all are doing this to yourself because y'all are too prideful to let go and be like, we did enough, and now it's time to be like, hey, either y'all gotta go somewhere else, or we can all just ride off into the sunset 4 rings richer. But they won't do that.
When you do wrong by people, wrong come back to your organization.
Yeah, that's true. And they done wrong by Patrick McCall by getting rid of him after he almost broke his neck. They done wrong by Iguodala by not really paying him. He sacrificed it more than anybody. They done wrong by Boogie Cousins, Quinn Cook, Jordan Poole, Jonathan Wiseman, Kevin Durant. All of them dudes got done wrong.
Not to mention Mark Jackson at the top of that list,
and Mark Jackson,
and don't forget Gary Payton II too.
Yeah.
And they had to go trade for him and get him back.
Hey, we need you back, GP2.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know how they did Kevin Durant wrong.
Why not?
What you mean? See, that's that LeBron in you.
Hey,
let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
They gave Kevin Durant 2 rings. They would have won without Kevin Durant.
No, they
would not have.
No, they wouldn't have.
No, they wouldn't.
They was already on a deep run without Kevin Durant. What are you talking about?
Draymond Green already admitted they couldn't win without Kevin Durant. He said that the league, the league and the Cavs figured him out.
We listen to the show now. Now we listen to the show now.
Who's the master?
Eagle took the league minimum. Yeah, Bird. He took the vet minimum that year. And they was asking him to guard all the great players. Hey man, you guard all the great players. You play defense. Everybody else was just chilling. Nah, and I play. I get the vet minimum.
Hold on.
But it said 72-9. Yes, they would have. What happened to the 72-19?
They lost 73-9, and they lost. They didn't win it all.
You lost, Rock. You lost.
They folded. That's why they had to go get him.
Who did they lose to?
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving
hit
that big shot. Kyrie Irving hit that big shot and beat up Steph the whole series.
They lost.
Hey, phone lines open. Hey, is y'all turn away in? Let's hear what y'all got to say about the Warriors and what they need to do and what's going on with 336-456-6453. Hit the phones, man. Let's see what y'all got to say.
They lost to a Kyrie Irving and a middle-aged Kevin Love.
Pretty much.
That's exactly what it was.
That's why I sing hit the shot.
Hey, don't you ever go to court? That ain't enough evidence.
Man, listen, bro, Eric, I honestly,
California, you make up whatever story you want to make up.
Listen, I honestly want to tell you, I appreciate your fandom, but you have to remove it when you're having logical conversations.
I'm having a logical conversation. I just want to know who they lost to. I just asked a question. He was up there talking about Kevin Love. Kevin Love. Kyrie Irving made a shot on him.
So look,
before Kevin,
Dino said J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
Look, this the deal. So that comment right there, 73-9, mean they would have won again. That's not what that mean, right? So what happened with that Golden State team and the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron and Kyrie is that LeBron got to the conference finals. He lost Kevin Love to a shoulder injury, and in the first game of the finals, he lost Kyrie Irving. So it was LeBron against Clay, Steph, and Draymond by himself, and they beat him. The next year they came back. They won 73-9. They went 73-9, but they got to the championship, and a healthy Kyrie, a healthy Kevin Love, a healthy J.R. Smith, a healthy LeBron beat them.
Yeah.
And how they beat them is by guarding Steph Curry really rough and really tough. And when he was running through those screens, he got contact every turn,
every single time, shoulder bumps everywhere.
And they didn't have anything else for their offense to go to once they neutralized Steph. And Draymond Green, out of his own mouth, said the league in Cleveland figured us out. We was not going to beat the Cavaliers again unless Kevin Durant showed up. When Kevin Durant showed up, being the best player on the floor, it was over.
What kind of logic is that? They almost beat them. What are you talking about?
Almost is real good, ain't
it?
Horseshoes and hand grenades, bro.
Thank you, Zoe. That's my favorite saying. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, bro.
Rihanna when I was
hold on, let me take this call, y'all. Caller from Georgia. What's your name?
Hey, my name is Rod. I'm calling out of South Georgia.
All right, what's going on, South Georgia?
What's happening?
Hey, check it out. I got something real important I want to say. I always seen LeBron, his whole career is fabricated. The NBA never dreamed of seeing the kind of money that Michael Jordan brought in. So they had to fabricate another one in order to keep that kind of revenue coming in because they got addicted to it. And they had to put him on a certain level like that. Everybody could see how nobody ever seen the N-word painted on the front of his gate at his house. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Hold on, Gerard from Georgia, real quick, because we done with the LeBron subject. We're in the Warriors subject. You got something on the Warriors topic?
Oh yeah. I could never respect the war. I used to like the Warriors. I like what they did, but them as an organization, the way they did pool. I mean, no matter what somebody could say to a person, it don't give you permission to do what Draymond did to pool. And for them to have his back like that, they lost a lot of my respect. I mean, with no repercussions, no punishment. And like y'all was just talking about, that dude is so replaceable.
Yep.
And one other big thing is with the no hand checking, as soft as the game has gotten, what a team need with an enforcer now? The enforcer. The rules of the game is the enforcer. So, and he don't have no real game now.
That's
so
a good point.
Is an enforcer. The game don't really need an enforcer now. The rules is the enforcer.
That's a good point.
All this having my teammate back and all this excuse right there. Come on, man, get real. I mean, so the Golden State Warriors as an organization really lost my respect, and I'm glad KD stepped off. And KD is a superstar, and I do give him the props that he deserves, because if you go on a team with a player as great as Steph Curry is and Klay Thompson is, and you win MVP over them, come on, man. You must be a god in this game. I'm using that word lightly, but come on, man. If you're going to win MVP over Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and all the people that they had, come on, man. You must be great. You got to be some kind of great. But people want to diss him because the Warriors has already won championship.
Facts.
But come on, man. It's like you're a god stepped amongst gods, and you put them in the shadow. How good you gotta be?
Hey, what's your name again?
Rod.
I gotta lock you in, man. Good call, man. But make sure you call back every show, man. Make sure you keep showing up. I like that. Everybody in the comment section saying you spitting facts, man.
Appreciate that, South Georgia. Appreciate you.
For sure. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep doing your thing.
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Hey, he wasn't lying.
That boy started
He
off like
was
Michael.
like-
Hey,
he
that
was
boy
like-
started off. He started off like Michael Beasley and finished like Michael Jordan, didn't he?
I'm gonna start drinking in a minute.
Hey, it was right. It was Rocky at first. It was Rocky at first, and
in a minute.
he ain't
Hey,
missed a
Chris.
single shot in that second half.
Hey, Chris, he had to warm the bus up. Once that bus got warmed up, boy, he was
Hey, they had us in the first half. I ain't gonna lie.
He came in through the clutch. He came in like Kyrie, didn't he? He came in like LeBron and finished like Kyrie.
That joker
Killed
said,
it.
first of all, brothers, let me explain it to you.
That man hit that Ray Allen shot.
Let me just
It went in. It went in though.
Hey, y'all are some clowns, bro.
First of all, let me tell y'all what happened.
Hey, Mel said, hey, hold on.
Hey, we was on another topic, weren't we?
Wait a minute. We ain't talking about LeBron no more. Oh shit. The Warriors,
Hey.
man, I hated what they did to Poole.
I did too. Hey, but hey, look, we got one more. We got time for one more call, man, on this Golden State Warriors before we get to football, man. AU tournament ring.
Boy, they going in on that bubble ring.
And liquid swords over here.
Hey, Liquid Swords. Hey, man, hit the phone line, Liquid Swords, man. Come on.
You cooking in the comments.
hey, Alonzo, what we say we found in LeBron bag?
Bag is hard brick and bubble gum. That's how that's what LeBron bought in his bag. Hard brick and bubble gum.
Hey, Brandon Fields.
That double bubble.
Yeah.
That double bubble.
Hold on, Bird said the bubble ring counts if someone else would have got it. We wouldn't hear, man.
He was a fat phase on liar.
You are.
He was a fat phase on liar.
That bubble ring does not count. Does
For
not
nobody.
count.
For nobody. Anybody who would have got it, it would still been an asterisk.
All right, so real quick. If you add the bubble ring with the in-season tournament, is that one complete championship?
Nope.
Yeah, you gotta add them together. No, it equals.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about it, Jay. They ain't gonna give LeBron shit.
Well, let me answer your question with a question, Jay. Let me answer your question with a question, Jay. If you add one NIT tournament and one what's the tournament they do in Hawaii?
Oh, the Maui.
The Maui tournament, does that count as a national championship?
Not in the natty, yo. NIT and Maui. It ain't a natty, yo.
Hey, he's still a champion, though.
I tried.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Eric, don't tell me you ordered a replica IST banner for your house.
Yeah, I did. I got one. It's on its way. It's coming to Amazon. It's coming through.
They only made two, the one for Eric and the one for the Lakers.
Hey, Bird and they're going crazy, man. What's wrong with Bird?
And I'm about to put a blue light around my shit.
Oh man! Hey, Eric, the only person that got a mic and ain't using it right now. I don't know how he ain't got his mic on.
Oh man, my kids broke the what's the name on the mic. I got to get a new cord.
Lord have mercy. Why you didn't call me? I live right around the corner, Eric. I would have took it to you. Look, I would have done anything for you, Eric. Man, I would just.
Whoa.
I would.
You just took it to him. You just took it to him.
Man, just ask for a mic cord, man.
Come on, man.
You got cross slipping, buddy.
Okay. That's how we playing it. That's how we doing it. That's how we doing it. If that's you want, y'all want to play like that, like regular words. I can't say. That's how y'all want to play. Okay, got it.
No. Hey, you acting like Chris right now. Don't get sensitive.
Mel, that was pause worthy, Mel.
No, it was not. It was not.
Got off the line.
You said I brought it to you. I do anything for you. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Okay. All right. That's what we doing then. Okay. All right. Don't slip. That's what we doing. Don't slip.
Hey, where did they come up with that? That's some New York stuff. We ain't with that.
Yeah, it is probably some New York stuff.
It is. It's funny though.
New York. I ain't from the East Coast.
All right. Speaking of New York, man. I was listening to Cam and Mace's podcast, and they was talking about Nick Saban. I think they had Jermaine Dupri and Nelly on there, and they had a lot of stuff to say, man. Listen to what they said about Nick Saban, and then I want to get y'all thoughts on it.
Is unmatched, is unprecedented what he was able to do in college football. But I think he hit it on the head. I think it's very, very convenient at this point in time when you talk about dealing with NIL, you're talking about dealing with the portal, you're talking about people being able to, you just don't have to go to Alabama now to be seen, so to speak, or have to go to some of these big colleges to be seen. I mean, and I think it's very, very convenient. Now, that doesn't mean that he's not genuine when he says that he's done. I just think the timing was was hella convenient at this point. Like, yo, you know what? Like Maurice just said, I don't want to have to deal with somebody like Prime or any of these young coaches that are coming in that's on a different level right now definitely because of the social era. Right. Everybody want to be seen. So.
Right. You want to chime in, Jay? Or
I'll say this.
Hold on, let Jay. Let's go around the board.
What did you say?
Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, go ahead. Say what you.
I didn't know he was going to go, but it's to the point where Prime came in and they try to minimize and try to make it into a circus. That's what they want to market it as.
Right.
But he showed you I can cut through all this history, and there's a lot of former players who want to exist in that same environment. And Sabin is smart. He's like, man, the Prime can come and cut through all of what I've built over my history, and he can get the same recruits, and he can go raise the same money, and he can go solicit the same kids who come out the hood of St. Louis, Atlanta, New York, wherever these dudes come from. That's a contributing factor to your whole business model. And so I think that is like, that has to be looked at, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of college coaches that feel that way, that it's just, I don't know, it's a new era. My fault. I don't want to take up all the time.
No, go ahead. It's all good.
Yeah. I thought the Falcons coach got cut, right? So then, Arthur Blank had hollered at them and told, dude, come to Atlanta. That's what I think.
So you think he going to the NFL?
Yeah.
You're Nick Saban?
Yeah.
I'll say this, like when Mo just said Nelly, Maurice, I call him Nelly Mo too, just so we doing the same page. So yeah. So more, and we got more on the screen. They're absolutely right. He had an outstanding career. Legacy is undeniable as far as college football is concerned. But get the fuck out of here, nigga. You can't keep up with Prime. You was hating on Prime in the fucking beginning. Prime started doing his thing. Then you want to do commercials with Prime. A lot of niggas was like, we've been on Nick Saban ass this whole season. Right. So niggas is like, Cam, y'all ran him out. Gotta take the credit, because you can't, look, I take it as you, like Maurice made a great point. You can't keep up what's going on with NIL, so you rather quit. I'm not even going to sit here and say all this nice shit they said. You can't even keep up. Damn, I can't control niggas no more. That's what it basically boils down to.
And it stops.
Thoughts?
Hey, I'll tell you right now.
Go ahead. Let me pose a question to you. Let's say you was a overseer on a plantation, right? And you had slaves working for you, and now. And now the slaves don't have to listen to you because now they unionized and get paid. What tactics can you use to make people buy into your system?
I'm pretty sure there was a different analogy that you could have went, but I get your point.
Because before the college players were getting paid, it was everybody else was making money off their work.
No, absolutely, yeah.
That sounds like slavery to me.
I got it.
Hey, so from a historical standpoint, ever since they came up with that label student athlete for years, I'm talking about like decades. We're talking about over 50 years. Them kids wasn't getting no money. And if they got hurt, there goes their career. Yeah. So all of a sudden, here comes the NIL deals, which they should have had a long time ago. It took them years to get that. Now, the most prominent players get paid, and you're going to have to compromise with them a little bit. You ain't going to be able to talk to them in any kind of way. So I guess he recognized the change, and he didn't want to change with the times. Hey, either you moving up or you moving out. And
it's not just him. The whole old guard is retiring. Like, you got to the whole old guard is retiring. Like, if I'm paying you $50,000 under the table, They get you to come. They get you to come see me. I bought your family, a nice little Honda Accord or whatever. What can I offer you now when you coming in the door making $6 million for this one season, and I'm making $8 million?
So
what can I offer you now?
So people like this, like Too High said, right? Sabin, if you think Sabin ain't been paying his top recruits for years, you crazy. That man owns so many dealerships. You don't think they riding around in a brand new Benz or right? I think he got a Bentley dealership or something, a brand new. You think that's payment, right? But now the fact that NIL is legal and it's real, that don't cut it. That the brand new car don't cut it when I can get $6 million.
F-150. You can keep your F-150.
Yeah, you offer me this one G-Wagon? Well, with $6 million, I can go get 3 in whatever color I want.
But here go the other part that you're missing too. So when you're a coach, right there, people come in, they respect you or whatever, but they still kids. So knuckleheads gonna do knucklehead stuff. So as a coach, I can say, hey, I'm not playing you on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? You missed the meeting, you was late, you missed curfew, whatever. I'm not playing on Saturday. Well, now the people who are paying those NIL deals are saying, hey, 15 on the field. I don't care what you say, coach. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, a lot of the old guard, they don't want to play ball that way.
Yeah, a lot of them. Go ahead.
He's seen because NIL was full effect last season, right? When Georgia won the second national, they was already in full effect then. He already seen. Look at the team he had this year. What stars, what top recruits did he have? That team struggled to even get to the CFP because he couldn't compete with the Colorados and the Ohio States, the Georgias, because he didn't want to break off that motive. Like, well, I got this brand new Benz. You can ride around in that while you down here. That's not gonna cut it no more, Nick. And he's like, well, that's too rich for my blood. And was like, I got my 6. It is what it is.
Yeah, I was looking at a message board down there in Georgia, and a lot of people were saying the same things. A little different perspective though. I think it was Too High said, money been getting paid under the table. Look at FSU. In case y'all didn't know, FSU just got some sanctions and penalized for trying to pay one of Georgia's recruits who's going to the NFL year $15,000 a month. $15,000 a month to a 19-year-old kid that's coming out of high school.
That's crazy.
That is crazy in itself. That man is making when you have to do that in order to compete, I do think that it kind of takes, and I respect Nick Saban a little bit, just because of the fact that he was able to win games. I said, you know what I'm saying? I respect him a little bit because he won. At the end of the day, he got the hardware to prove, he got the rings. But listen, man, they've been doing this snake stuff the whole entire time. Don't back out now that everybody and all of the playing field is evened. It's even now. Anybody, if you got the money, you can pay. Not them little paper bags that y'all was able to find little holes into the NCAA recruiting violations. Y'all did it for years. Everybody did it for years. I know Georgia did it. I know they did. I know for a fact that they did it. So at the end of the day, you have to be able to adapt with the times. And I think Nick, is 60, 70 years old?
72.
72.
So, yeah, he up there.
He's 72 years old. He's 72. He's 70. It's a changing of the guard altogether, like Jay said. He has nothing left to prove, I don't think. I think he's still going to go down in history as one of the greatest college coaches ever, regardless of all the dirt that he got in his background. And they were saying that it was rumors that his wife's health wasn't the best. So why not go out now? It's the perfect exit. Bye. I'm glad to see the nigga gone. I'm glad he gone.
Hey, and guess who set that retirement in motion? Yes, sir.
Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so this is what we're gonna do. Phone lines is open, man. I need to hear from y'all, man. Call in on this. We did get a super chat from my man Sergio, and it's on the first topic we had. So we gotta address. Hey, we're gonna address this super chat right after we finish with the next topic. Then we go get back into this on that because you sent us a super chat, so we got to address it. So the question was, where would LeBron's career be if he wasn't catered to the way he is now? would he still have 3 rings, a bubble, a cereal box ring? We go get into that. We go bring that back up. But now, phone lines is open. Let's hear from y'all. What y'all think about it? We'll put that number back up there, man. Call in, tell us what y'all think about Nick Saban retiring, why he retired, and what Cam said about him running from the NIL, running from Dion and Prime, and it's gonna be more coaches like Prime that can come in, and he's seeing how easy it was for Prime just to get these recruits that that he was doing whatever to get. It's Prime can just do it with just his demeanor and the fact that he's Prime. Now, how's it gonna be when somebody like, I don't know, Ray Lewis coming coach? Is he gonna get all the linebackers with ease? You get what I'm saying? So I think he looked at that and was like, man, yeah, that's a little bit too much. Man, I worked my whole life to get it the way where I got a pipeline straight to Alabama from all the great players, and all Prime had to do is just show up. So yeah, I think he feel like it's a little he don't like what's coming for him. But
I got a question for you guys real quick.
It makes it more competitive too, though. It makes college sports more competitive. Because for
actually-
years you knew Alabama was going to be in it. Alabama had the best players.
Yeah.
Honestly, I actually think the way NIL is going nowadays, I think it's actually hurting college football more than it's helping it. I was actually just having a conversation with one of my guys at work yesterday, and I agree that NIL should be a thing, right? Because we've been waiting for the video game to come back for 10 years. We want that, you know what I'm saying? So we like to buy the jerseys. We want to support our favorite players from these college teams, right? So yeah, NIL should be a thing, right? But I feel like that there should be a cap. Like these $6 and $7, $8 million deals are crazy. Like I think if you're gonna do these NIL deals, then the cap should be at like $250,000 or $300,000.
No, hell no.
That's more than enough for a student athlete.
The university, that's a problem. You wanted to be on the plantation. You like student athlete. You still giving them the label. Hey,
But I'm just telling you, like,
Chris,
are they?
I got my hand raised. Chris. Am I good?
You ain't even let me finish my statement, but not. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Put us back on the plantation for $250,000. I'll wait.
Is that not more than what they came into college with in the first place?
Bro, the university don't have no cap. You know how much money that university makes?
Bro,
go look it up.
Go
look it up. Go look at how much the university made.
Prime
off
example.
College sports alone.
Prime example. Look what happened when Angel Reese got that deal.
What about her?
Am I on?
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, go ahead. Caller from Georgia. What's your name?
Yeah. This is Norwood.
Norwood, what's up? Yeah, I seen you in the comments,
Norwood.
man. Good comments in there. So this ought to be a good call. What's up?
Yeah. So with the topic is the NIL, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. So so I can understand what he's saying about it hurting college football, basically because I would think that his mind frame is players are less hungry at that point. You know what I'm saying? Once they get paid. But at the same time, you also got to look at it like this. All these great players aren't always guaranteed to have a great NFL career. And it's not going to be a guarantee that they're going to get a bag in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, the big NIL deal might be the biggest bag they ever get.
Good
you know what I mean? The NIL deal might be the biggest bag some of these players get. It's not guaranteed that everybody's going to get a super contract. You know, like the one Lamar just got, and all the the big contracts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I respect that viewing aspect of it. I actually really didn't think about it like that. But there should still be some kind of middle ground, because I think $6, $7, or $8 million for a college athlete.
But now let me tell you this. I don't know how many of the panelists actually played college sports. I played college football. Bro, that shit is rough.
Oh, it's tough.
That shit is rough, bro. Before the NIL, it was rough, bro. It was rough. Like where dudes come from, man, and not having money to go back home to a family member's funeral or shit like that. You get an NCAA sanction for the school, buying you a plane ticket to go back to your great grandma's funeral type thing. Bro, it was rough. It was rough when I went to school. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I went to HBCU, so we was really on the 8 ball compared to other schools. So I kind of agree, but this is the thing with NIL. Okay, first of all, it's brand new, so they got to work out little tweaks. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
The money now you got to imagine this. If I can afford to pay you $8 million, how much money am I making?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Good
why
point.
should there be a cap? There's no cap on how much money you're gonna make on me. So how
Correct.
come there got to be a cap on how much I can make from my own name?
Because I the reason why I'm
You get
advocating
what
for
I'm
the
saying?
cap.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, bro. I can understand. Like, I look at the only way it might hurt is because of it might take some dudes. It take the hunger away. You know, once some dudes get paid, they don't care. That's all they was in it for anyway, is the money. You get what I'm saying? But for the dudes that's really in it for the love, bro, they gonna keep going.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
again, like I said, you know, every dude isn't guaranteed to get to the NFL and get that contract after their rookie contract.
Exactly.
That's
You get
what
I'm
I was
saying?
getting to.
It's
Is
a
like
guaranteed to get that contract after their rookie contract. So that NIL might be the biggest deal they ever get. So
That might be their bag. That might be
that's why I
their
don't
bag.
feel like it should be a cap. I feel like,
I
bro,
can see that. I can
and
see that.
I also feel like, bro, they making it up for me. Bro, you know how much money the NCAA done made off athletes, man? These dudes is billionaires, man. Billions, and
free
billions, bro. Billions. I'm talking about for years, not billions since the inception. I'm talking about they make billions per year, and they've been making billions per year for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Good
yeah,
call.
that's why I don't feel like it should be a cap, bro.
Good call, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna keep calling on you.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Y'all have a good one, man.
All right.
Hey,
Just to piggyback off of it, off of TV ad revenue alone, outside the Super Bowl, you got to think about the March Madness tournament and the college football playoffs by themselves. And you ain't even talking about all the coverage that the girls volleyball brought in and all that girls basketball. So the NCAA is making money hand over fist, but that's not the only place they're getting money from. Like now, if Wendy's want to do a commercial with me and I'm a college athlete, yeah. So hey, go get this money, man. It's out there.
Yeah, go get it.
Because like case in point, because Dr. Pepper got one with Caleb Williams. So and I'm not knocking the I'm not. Oh yeah, Wendy's do got one with him, and it's like go get the money. I agree. You know, especially if it means that we get the things that we want back, the jerseys with the names on them, instead of you having to like actually customize it and put the name on it. The video game that we all thought was better than Madden for years, right? if that means getting that back, NCAA was hot fire.
Yeah, it was.
So, but if we
2014, right?
Yeah, the last one was 14, right? So if we can get that back, then great, right? Pay the kids. But like he said, and I think that's what I was trying to allude to, I just couldn't get the right words. It takes away the hunger, right? Now it's just there's no more love of the game. It's the love of the bag. You know what I'm saying?
You know what
and
I will
that's
say?
what I had liked about college more than the NFL, is because college was still pure to a point where they were playing to get to that next level. They were playing hard because they were hungry to continue to move on. Now I get what he's saying, you know, like you didn't have the money to get back to if you needed to fly home, which I'm saying why you could still make some money, because if you come from nothing, something is better than what you just came from, right? So you can do like 500,000, 750,000, even $1 million. But when you get these big contracts, these $6, $7, $8 million deals or anything super substantial like that, now it's just taking away. Oh, well, all I gotta do is just, if I could just ball out this 1 year and I can get this deal, then I could just coast. And then now you're taking away from the integrity of the game. It's like, I don't want to see the third or fourth best player on the team. I want to see the star, but because now you got your bag, now you just, you know, it takes away the integrity and the entertainment factor that I do get from watching college, just for the simple fact that you got a whole bunch of young cats that are still hungry to get to that next level.
Right. Real quick. Hey, before you go, Eric, a couple of things I want to do. Hit the like button. We got 74 people in here. Let's try to get up to at least 70 likes. I know it might be 4 haters in here, but let's get at least 70 likes. Bird asked Norwood which HBCU. He sound like somebody he might know, because he went to HBCU as well. Yeah. And then appreciate the love from It's Not That Serious. He said, how long has this channel existed? Y'all produce really good content. Appreciate it, brother. We've been around for a couple of years, man. So appreciate
you, brother.
Go ahead, E. Oh, and then E, after you go, we got a call on the line. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, just real quick, Chris, I agree partially. I watch college sports because I do think it's more competitive, because anybody can kind of win. You know, if they in the competitive range, I think that anybody can win more in college. I think the athletes do play harder. The reason I'm disagreeing on the cap is because I feel like it's time to pay all these student athletes back for all the free money that y'all got off of them for the last 50, 60 years. So
I can respect that. Because I definitely didn't really see that aspect. I'm only looking at the present and the now, the most recent, right? So I did forget
players are getting that $6 to $8 million. But hey, man, look, you got to understand. And have you ever did something that you just love to do? So somebody who loves the sport like that, whether it's football, basketball, volleyball, whatever it is, if they love that sport, something inside of them is always going to want to compete and want to play against the best and beat the best. And they're not going to stop at one level, regardless of how much money they get. You can have all the money in the world and still not be happy. So those elite players who really into the game like that, they're going to continue to play hard and they're going to get to the next level if that's their true love for the game.
I got a question for you guys right before you take the call. In this regarding the whole college football scene, I have been an advocate for these dudes getting money because my nephew's a college athlete, a graduate now from Towson University, and he used to tell me before, that how tough it was just to, luckily, he had a great support system. So we always looked out for him when, times was tough, but times were tough. And it wasn't just him. It was his brothers that he was on the field with. Now, what I will say, so I agree for them getting paid. Now, what I will say, the transfer portal, I'm on the fence about how it operates just because now I do agree that, a coach, guess what? DeBoer, the Washington coach, is now the Alabama head coach right now. He ain't have to sit out no year, so I'm glad they eliminated that. But what do you say to the player that gets to the 4-star player that gets to the school? He's not number one on the depth chart, and then all of a sudden, because he's not number one on the depth chart, I'm entering the transfer portal, and now because he's still a 4-star and a lot of schools was after him, then they come with that bag, and then they saying, "Hey, you leave this." How y'all feel about that?
Man, I think, me personally, I'm just an advocate for college athletes, because I got a cousin, and I ain't gonna put his name in there like that till I get his permission, but he played for Oklahoma State, and he was a premier player there, and that coach shitted on him, and it fucked his whole life up, and it fucked him up mentally and physically. He never got to get to the next level, and he didn't get a dime for that. So if you get an opportunity, big or small, and you can make some money, go do that, because one play can end your whole career. Get as much as you can get as soon as fast as you can get it, and do the right thing with it. That's all.
Yeah, and it ain't no pension for you or no disability and that like that. All right, we got DC Slim on the phone again. What's up, boy?
Slim, what's up, Slim?
Hey, look. First of all, Cam and Mason's job wrong for the cheap shot on Sabin. And the race car wasn't even cool. Look, man, Sabin and Belichick is doing what LeBron should have done. Get your money and get up off of the table. All right. So at the end of the day, right, to sit here and make it look like the trend. Look, let me just tell y'all like this. Them youngins been getting paid for centuries. I'm 50 years old. Everybody can't get an NIL deal. See, that's what they're not putting no context behind this. So out of them 55 players on there, dog, it might only be 3 or 4 dudes with some serious money. So we can't make it look like this gonna be like some big thing gonna change the game. Nah. So everybody getting a little bit too emotional with all this. This is a business. Take your emotions out of what they doing. Yeah.
That's a good point. It was a little shot Cam took, and everybody else was trying to be like Maurice Claret. He was trying to be politically correct about it. So was Nelly. They wasn't going, but Cam, he trying to run a show, and he been doing that show for what, 2 years now. They on season 3, so he knows what's going viral, what's gonna get the clicks. So I'm gonna chalk it up to that. I don't think Cam is a petty, messy type person like that. He might have got in his feelings a little bit about Prime because
he is petty and messy on purpose. That's part of his.
Okay, but he also is doing it on purpose for the purpose of the clicks. Yeah, so he knew what he was doing, but I think he was also in his feelings a little bit because a lot of black people was in their feelings about Prime this year because everybody made it seem like a race thing. They will come all the way up to the line and won't cross the line of it being racial on how they was attacking Prime all season this season, right?
That's
so
true.
I figure if you gonna say something about Sabin, right? You can't handle it. Just like when we was just talking about basketball, I don't hear no complaints about them white owners. I don't hear no complaints about your football owner. See, my father used to tell me, man, if you're going to play that race card, you better play it every game. You can't use it when it benefits you for clicks. That ain't keeping it real. See, that's what's messing up y'all line of work right now. You know what I'm saying? Clicks.
Yeah.
That's outrageous, man. Nick Saban, a great coach, dog. You can't tell me Nick Saban wasn't paying. The reason why they was getting all the number one recruits is they was putting money in their pocket under the table.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me different. The NIL is the same reason why they legalized marijuana and gambling. It could be taxed now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a business. If everybody look at it in a context, your emotions won't hurt so much. You know what I'm saying? But you know, hey, fellas, I love this show. I'm gonna step out and just keep doing me. Peace.
All right,
Slim.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, let me ask you that question real quick. How would you feel on the NIL deal if there was a minimum that every player on every team gets to get paid at least a certain amount, whether it be 150K or whatever?
Look, dog, let's be real now. I just want you to take your emotions out of this. I'm not calling you unless you good. So it's got to be, you know, if you average, you can only get 50K. Okay. If you tight, I give you $2 million. All right. See, everybody just want to be. It's no such thing as equality, man. I'm tired of people trying to act like everybody's supposed to be equal. All right. If you the best player, you get the most money. If you average, you gonna get average money. That's how it works. That's how it's been working.
So you originally said that there's players on the team that's not getting any NIL money, which is true. So I'm saying, would you, to make the NIL thing better, would you say that, hey, if you're an athlete on this team, we got to give them at least something?
Look, when you walk in McDonald's and get a sandwich and French fries, they don't give you a free soda. You walk in, you pay for it, and you leave. All right. I mean, you're not entitled to it. Just like the old head said, man, you playing because you love it. Now, the money, if you get to the NFL, is the prize. But 90% of these youngins is playing because they love it. And what won't nobody really say, NIL is going to damage college football. See, that's why I think Bill Belichick retiring, Nick Saban retiring, because they see that this thing is getting a little bit made for gambling, point spreads, numbers. You look at, man, you can go play a parlay now. You betting on yards. This person might, you can win $1,000 because he gets 4 catches.
Yeah.
All of this go together. So that's why I say, man, when you look at this stuff, take your emotions out. I'm not committed to nothing. I don't care about it. Look, my favorite player is Kobe Bryant. I don't care about his philanthropy. I don't care about nothing. I watch you for the sport. It's no attachment.
You don't care about Denver?
What you mean? Look, Denver just showed me that, how do I want to say it? I saw a young black male that somebody tried to extort, all right? And it ain't work. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's why I tell my son, and I say, if Kobe ain't on your motivation list, you crazy. You go to court, all right, facing this, get on the chopper, and go drop 65 on you, right?
Yeah.
You can't tell me, you know what I'm saying, if that type of person ain't on your motivation list, you're nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nick Saban should be one of those great people for you. It just, look, man, you got terrible role models out here right now, and nobody putting context into nothing. Look, I want y'all to remember what I say about this. Don't be a dumb nigga with a smartphone.
Hey, Slim is 2 for 2. Slim is 2 for 2.
Everything you need. Look, any LeBron fan, anybody, NIL, if you don't like Sabin, you can ask the Google lady, and she'll tell you everything. So, it's look, I'm gonna end it with this, and I'm gonna roll. My grandfather said, "It's easy to fool a man. It is hard to convince him that he's been fooled." Peace out, fellas.
Nice, man. Appreciate it, bro.
God, 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
He came through spitting, man. He came through spitting.
See, Slim, you might be one of them ones.
Yeah. I gotta get his thoughts on Josh Giddey now. Next time we do the show, we'll talk about Josh Giddey.
He gonna have a whole segment. He got to be there for that.
There is a stat on Josh Giddey that he hasn't scored over 18 since last year.
I wonder why.
I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Get the babies out the street,
man. While we speaking, I got a question for you guys. While we still speaking about Nick Saban, how long do y'all think they was cooking on that Kalen DeBoer hire?
They do it before you announced his retirement formally.
I think Nick Saban probably told them, but I don't think he made this decision to retire after the last game. I think he probably mid-season. He probably told them that. Yeah.
So do you think when he made that, if he made that decision mid-season, do you think they called Kalen and was like, regardless of what happens, like if you win the Natty, you want to stay cool, but if you don't win the Natty or if you don't make it that far, can you come here? Or do you think that call was after the Natty or what?
Is it illegal to call him before? Is it illegal to call him during the season?
Is there tampering with coaches?
Yeah,
whatever's illegal, they did that.
They did that.
Whatever the law is, they broke it. Whatever it is.
Because look how fast that was. I mean, that news broke yesterday morning that Nick Saban announces his retirement. And at 5 o'clock this morning, it was like Kalen DeBoer is the
exactly.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
He was not going to Washington House job, Chris. He was going to the SEC because at the end of the day, they know that bag is there. He was out. He was like, "Yeah, man, we lost. Dang. All right, I'll catch y'all."
Yep. Right. That man was on 2 separate planes.
He took the old Miss job, took any job in the SEC that was open.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a 2-part to this NIL thing and why he left, though. I don't think when you get an NIL deal, you get a manager that comes with an agent that comes with a lot of people in it, where the coaches are no longer talking to the kids. The coaches is talking to the agents. So you got an agent who gets paid based on a percentage of what his player gets.
That's true,
so
Eric.
now
That's true.
He's got a personal stake in it, and he's fighting for every dime that the kid can get. So when you ain't talking to the kid and sitting down with mom and pop and and the kid and telling him how good your program is, now you got an agent in there saying, well, if he's so good, give him $8 million. So I think that just took away from the whole how business was done. And instead of him at 72 years old getting his blood pressure up and being all upset, I think he just said, "You know what? I'm gonna call it a day."
Yeah.
All right, man. I think we cooked on it enough, man. We can move on to Bill Belichick, man. Bill Belichick, also another coach in his 70s that decided to call it quits, man. But I don't know if Bill Belichick is actually done coaching. It sounds like
no.
Sound like he wanted another job.
That man packed his bags for LA.
Yeah. Or Vegas. I heard Vegas. I heard Tom Brady might want him in Vegas. But here's what Rob Parker and Chris Broussard, basically Rob Parker was saying about him. And this is very interesting, man, because some might consider Bill Belichick the greatest coach of all time. But Rob Parker compared him to Barry Bonds. Here's why. No, that ain't it.
For Bill Belichick. So now comes, where he'll go from here, his future. There'll be somebody who'll snap him up.
And we'll get more.
He'll get to that.
I think he'll have his choice, but we'll get to that. Let me ask you this: What are your thoughts on his legacy? I mean, he's obviously could still build on it, but at this point,
I just think it's strange in American sports how some people don't carry baggage with them, but others do. Because, frankly, I look at Bill Belichick as the Barry Bonds of the NFL. I do. No coach was ever fined more money, $500,000. Look at the trail of draft picks they lost. He had situation after situation, even as late, Chris, as a number of years ago with the Cincinnati filming of the sidelines. And people say, well, why did they videotape Cincinnati? They beat them 8 straight times. Well, there was a new coach when they started to videotape that guy. So there's a pattern there. Josh McDaniels, under the Bill Belichick tree. What happened? Got fired in Denver. He was found out, Chris, videotaping team signals as well, and was fired there in Denver. Obviously, they didn't play well either after they got off to the great start. And then Eric Mangini, his own disciple. You can't have a more damning proclamation from anybody than a guy who was in your inner circle, Chris, and was one of your disciples and one of the guys from the Bill Belichick coaching tree.
So basically, he's saying his career was just, controversy followed him, a lot of cheating, a lot of scandals, and he's comparing him to Barry Bonds. So he won't be looking at him like the GOAT of coaching. He's gonna be looking at him like he was a dirty son of a gun. What's y'all thoughts on it? So this is a two-part. Do you lean with Rob Parker's train of thought or the GOAT joint, and also his success? Is it more about him or is it more about Tom Brady?
At this point, it's more about Tom Brady. Tom Brady proved that without Tom Brady, Bill Belichick is just another coach. Because Tom Brady made him, and when Tom Brady left, I think when they won all those Super Bowls and they had all that hype, right? I think Bill Belichick thought it was him, and Tom Brady thought it was him. And when they separated, we found out who it was. Because hey, the Tampa Bay Bucks, Tom Brady put that team together. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, with the Patriot way, like it was Tampa Bay Patriots.
Right.
First of all, to speak to the controversy that follows Mr. Belichick, it's been said, and I believe, that if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So you know, shout out to him, man. He who wins the most is usually he who gets the best. So with that being said, I think him and Tom Brady was the perfect match. I don't think either one made the other. I think that together there was a lot of success, but I could see him finding success in Atlanta, and he'll probably be a package deal with a short guy that likes to cook that is getting ran out of Denver. And you add both of those pieces in Atlanta, hey, you got a playoff team right away. Right away.
True.
Go ahead, Chris.
So the Belichick scandals, I mean, it's interesting to look at, but at the end of the day, when you got between them lines, you couldn't beat that man.
Right.
But to say it is one more important than the other, the best way I can compare it is that Brady and Belichick was Mike and Phil. You needed one to bring out the best in the other. You get what I'm saying? And I think because of all that experience that Brady got from Belichick that he held on to made him the quarterback that he was able to be in Tampa Bay to get that ring. And not to mention that Bruce Arians isn't a slouch coach himself, in my opinion.
Right. I give you that.
So,
I definitely give you that.
But Belichick can't replicate that Brady, as we've seen, because Mac Jones has just not been it.
No.
And he tried to build him another one, but it hasn't worked. So I think they were both good for each other, and Brady was able to just keep what he learned over those years and implement it in Tampa Bay with another good head coach. But also there was a comment earlier, I think it was Too High, that said every time Brady won a ring, they had a top 15 defense with him as well. When they didn't, they lost. So it's more than just Brady and Belichick as well. It's also the surrounding, the supporting cast as well. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to score more points than your opponent. And if you got a defense that can keep them off the board and you can go up and put up points, you're gonna win. So
Slim just said it in the chat. The kickers was the GOAT. They had 2 all-world kickers.
Right.
First it was Vinatieri, and then I didn't remember.
Janikowski.
Janikowski.
Nah,
Was it not Janikowski?
No, Janikowski was with the Raiders, man. They had
They had what's the dude?
Vinatieri.
What's the other one? Was it Gostkowski?
Yeah, there you go. There you
Steven
go.
Gostkowski, that's who it was.
All them damn skis, man.
Listen, y'all basically hit the nail on the head. I think the sum of the two parts of Brady and Belichick helped them get to where they were as a dynasty. I'm not going to take nothing away from Bill, because at the end of the day, those defenses I think were mainly his, and like you said, they were top 15. Brady, I think this goes back to what I was talking about, being a game manager, because before Brady was considered a GOAT, he was a heck of a game manager. He did just enough so those defenses could do exactly what they wanted to do, which is hold the opponent to a certain amount of points. He made some plays, and those kickers came on, and they won those Super Bowls. Like,
okay,
I think
I'll say maybe the first two. But have you ever seen Brady break down film like he does on the sideline?
No. See, and this is what I'm talking about. Game manager wasn't an insult to Brady. I'm not insulting him, but I'm saying that he did exactly what he needed to do for the team to win. He wasn't the game changer that I think he eventually became. But in those first two, and maybe even in 3 of those Super Bowls, was one on the foot of Vinatieri. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
But he put him in range.
That's true.
Yeah.
He did
so there was a time period before, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, whatever. There was a time that you did not want to give Tom Brady
the ball.
Time on the clock.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Because Tom Brady is not going down to play. He's not playing to go get a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
If he's only needs a field goal, then he's going down to go get a field goal. He knew exactly how to play the field.
And if he needs 28 points against the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's true. If he needs the analogy for Brady and Belichick is macaroni and cheese, where Belichick is macaroni. So without the cheese, hey, sure you can make a macaroni salad, but do you really want to? You know what I'm saying? And Brady was the cheese. Hey, it goes real good with macaroni, but hey, people like cheese on the hamburger too. You know what I'm saying? So he left and went to Tampa Bay. Still was, what he was at a elderly age. So
yeah, that was fire, Jay. I like that.
But the sum of them together is the perfect blend.
That was fire. I like it.
The reason I say toward those latter years, when you coach up, just like if you coach your kids to play basketball, football, let's say you used to play, you was pretty good. At a certain point, if you train them up enough, they know what to do without consulting with you.
That's my point. And that's what I was trying to say. You're right.
Right? You know what I mean? They already know what to do. So I'm not going to say Belichick created Brady, right? Because without Belichick, there would be no Brady, right? But towards the end of that marriage, Brady knew everything he needed to know. He did everything he needed to know.
That's a good point, Aaron. I ain't gonna lie.
Good point.
He could have moved it anywhere. He had all the knowledge he needed to go create a team, show him how to win, and it's exactly what he did. And without that key, because I'm telling you, if you don't have a quarterback on a football team, I don't care if you playing whatever, you play flag football.
You ain't got to tell me. Did you see the Falcons this year? I know.
You don't have a quarterback, bro. You don't have a team.
Facts.
You got the best defense. You can have all that. If you don't have at least a game managing quarterback,
mm-hmm.
It's the first down when you need it type of quarterback. you're not gonna make it.
Because think about it like this.
No.
think about it like this. I don't think Tampa Bay was an accident either. Bruce was another defensive-minded coach. So he was like, hey, if I can go to a coach, you focus on the defense. I got the offense.
Right.
And that's what he took. He took that and he was like, listen, you just worry about the defense. Let me worry about the offense. Let me bring these couple of people that I think will help accentuate the offense.
He brought his luggage.
He brought his luggage, and then he let Bruce do what he needed to do on defense and was like, let's go get this ring.
And they had a perfect storm because Kansas City didn't have a defensive line. I mean, the defense could just walk back there and have Patrick Mahomes run all over the place.
Yeah, they had
offensive line, yes.
Yeah, I mean, he had no offensive line. The defensive lineman just walked back there. It was like, hey, Patrick Mahomes, I have to introduce myself. And I mean,
all right, so look, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask each of y'all. You got two ends of the spectrum. Nothing without Brady or GOAT. Where y'all at on Bill Belichick?
I always thought Nick Saban was the GOAT because Nick Saban went to multiple universities and got all the championships.
Yeah, but he couldn't do it at the next level either, though.
He couldn't do it at the next level, but some people, hey, sometimes that ain't your level. I honestly think he probably could have did something with Miami. He just wasn't there long enough.
But also think about it like this, right? You think of Nick Saban. Nick Saban specializes in 4- and 5-star recruits. How many people's name do we know besides Brady, Moss, and Gronk that play for the Patriots?
I mean, we do, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Mayo
So
was a good linebacker for him.
So Belichick took a lot of people that weren't household names and made them into Super Bowl champions.
This comment on the screen said when they beat Seattle, that Bill calls that turnover. Nah, Pete Carroll calls that turnover. They were supposed to run that ball. I'm sorry.
Right.
Pete Carroll lost that Super Bowl.
Hey, Chris, you think it was the scheme, though? I think it was the scheme that they ran at the time.
Who?
The Patriots. I think it was the scheme that they ran at the time that created that scenario. You see what I'm saying?
For 6 Super Bowls?
I'm saying they had a scheme. They had a good defense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you think it was just plug and play at that point?
Right. It was.
Okay.
It was 7 to 10 yard short little slant routes or out routes. That's what they did. That was their whole game plan, and they ran the ball.
Yeah, and they had 12 personnel because even before Gronk took off, they had another guy that I don't even know if I should say his name on the podcast.
We'll just say A.A. Ron.
Yeah, we'll say A.A. Ron.
yeah. You can't say him on the podcast.
Yeah. So they had that 12 with those 2 tight ends, man. They kind of knew that they had 2 pass catchers. Gronk was a better blocker, but Aaron was he was a good pass catcher too. So their system, to Eric's point, I do think and that it was kind of plug and play, but I think you had to have the right personnel in those spots.
I would say he's in the conversation for GOAT. I don't. I think in any GOAT, there's no definitive GOAT at anything. But I would say he's closer to in the conversation than just nothing without Brady. I would say, yeah, his resume speaks for itself.
I wouldn't go so far as to call him just straight up GOAT, but I would definitely say he's on the Mount Rushmore for sure.
All right. Well, y'all turn away in, man. Call in. Numbers on the screen: 336-456-6453. I give it about 10 seconds.
Andy Reid is the GOAT, by the way.
Andy Reid, stop it.
Hey, Andy Reid what?
Is the GOAT.
Look like a GOAT.
Andy Reid's gonna go down as a GOAT.
Now, if there's a GOAT coaching,
to the Dino. Yeah, you're right.
It might be it's Coach K for sure, or Coach K or Phil. I can lean either way. I can lean either way.
Hey, caller from Tennessee, turn YouTube off in the background so we won't hear no echo.
He definitely from Tennessee.
Yeah. All right, man. What's your name? What's your name?
My Rico.
What's up, Rico?
What's happening, Rico?
What's up, man? Look, I was listening to when he said about
Belichick was cheating and all this old kind of stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure now what makes them think the game is bigger than just a coach. You got me?
Yeah.
What about the people who we taking orders from?
Mm,
Like the
okay.
Illuminati that own the casinos and shit.
You said the Illuminati?
That own and run the casinos and all this gambling and shit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that plays a part. I mean, I mean, the fact that they legalize and gambling and all that stuff, and we know all that stuff is intertwined. And
but it's been going on way before they started putting this fantasy, DraftKings, and all this stuff on your phone and whatever. But what I'm saying, he's saying Belichick and they cheating and all this old different stuff. Cheating been going on forever, and it ain't, and then they just been started with New England.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
New England got caught though.
Yeah, right. They just didn't get caught. But do you ask, okay, what about that referee, Tim Donahue, when they caught his ass, when they called all that bogus shit on Tim Duncan?
Yeah.
Remember? To let, go on to the finals beside Dallas.
Yeah.
To go on to the final beside San Antonio. And they caught that NBA referee cheat. See, that's what I'm saying. The game is way bigger than just a coach.
Of course.
It's way more people calling shots that's bigger than them, and somebody else that's bigger than them, right?
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I wanted to say. See, so all that time about Belichick cheating and man, they've been cheating in all sports a long time. Not just NFL. What if the NBA, hockey, baseball, all that shit? See?
Yeah, badminton, all of it. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. And this gambling has got something to do with it. Like y'all said, Nick Saban is stepping down and all this stuff cause there's too much gambling going on.
Yeah.
They cheating, bro. They fixing who they want to win and everything.
Yeah. I can't dispute that.
You know what? I bet there's somebody out here right now know what two teams going to the Super Bowl. And I bet you can't now one of us says we can't really say who's going to the Super Bowl, but I bet there's some folks out here know who's going. ALC and NFC.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
I know who's going. I know who's going.
Good call, Tennessee. Thanks, bro.
Hey, I know what team going to the AFC.
I don't.
I could have told you. I could have told you that, man. You know,
I know who ain't going. I know who ain't going. Lions and Kansas City ain't going. That's for sure.
You a fat face on lie.
You a fat face on lie.
You a Ken Williams lie.
You a fat face. No,
I have to agree with Melvin. I have to agree with him.
If I take my
Jay, that's blasphemy.
Hold on. Hey, say that one more time.
I have to agree with Melvin.
We about to get into that. We got time for one more call, and then we're moving on to some picks on these playoff games, and then we're going to end the show. If I don't get a call in 5 seconds, we're moving on. But real quick, though, because we didn't even plug our sponsor, man. This episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code ManDownSports, and you can get your deposit doubled up to $100. You got to check on the map to make sure your state is eligible to play Underdog Fantasy. But as soon as you do, and if your state is, go ahead and download Underdog Fantasy's app. Use the promo code ManDownSports, and you can, like I said, you can get that $100 match on your first deposit. And I would want to thank Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring Man Down Sports. All right, so last time we talked about the Rams, right? Not the Rams, but the Lions. It was week 4, and we made. I think Eric made Chris rage quit because he's a diehard Lions fan, man. This how some of that sounded. Eric's quarterback.
I'm listen. Jared Goff wins wherever he is, though. Just not when it counts the most.
So he's Alex Smith light.
You're talking about hey.
All right, okay. You know what?
Hold
on.
Why would you say that?
We 4 weeks in. We 4 weeks in.
No, hold on, no, Chris.
I want to remember.
I ain't gonna let him do that to you, bro.
I want to remember all of it. No, let it ride. Let it ride. I want the tape when the season over with. And
what's gonna happen when the season over with, Chris?
I'm coming
Super
through
Bowl?
with receipts. I'm coming through with receipts.
What, Super Bowl?
It ain't got to be Super Bowl. I'm coming
What's
through
it
with
gonna be?
receipts.
What's it gonna be?
You'll see.
First, Alex Smith Light is a wild take, though.
You'll see. This, you know what? This is why Mel don't got a team.
Though.
This is why Mel don't got a team, because he don't want to get flamed up when his team sucks. This is why
You can't flame me because I wouldn't care, and plus I'm honest. So the last team I rooted for was the Carolina Panthers. I'm from North Carolina, right? So if any, I'm 5 or 6 years removed from being a fan of the Carolina Panthers. So roast Bryce Young and see me agree with you.
No,
See,
that ain't your thing.
That's the difference between being a fan and of a team and being a fan of football. When you're a fan of football, you can be honest with yourself more often. But you can't be honest and say that there's 10 quarterbacks better than Jared Goff because it hurts your feeling to say that. All right, so that was week 4 when Woods clowned. He said Jared Goff was a top 10 quarterback in the league at that time. We disputed him, and before we got on live today, I looked up NFL.com and they ranked the quarterbacks. What did you think?
What did you find, brother? What did you find?
I found that they had Jared Goff at number 6.
Damn, that man, boy. Woo! Hey, that's some crazy shit to see, ain't it? That's some crazy shit to see, ain't it?
You want to read out his stats, Chris? You want to read it out?
17 games, 67.3% completion, 4,500 pass yard, which is, I think there's another soundbite where I said that he would throw for that. 7.6 yards per attempt, 30 pass touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 21 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 6 fumbles. Mind you, also, that 4,500 passing yard total is second in the league behind only, take a guess.
Tua.
He was number 2 in passing yards. Above who else? Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes.
Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, they had him number 9 on this list.
Hey, it don't even matter. Patrick Mahomes is one thing he can't do. He can't throw and catch the ball. One thing he can't do. He's a magician and all that, but it's one magic trick he just can't do. He just can't
not yet. Not yet, huh?
Hey, if he lob it up and he run down to the other end of the field and catch it, hey.
I tell you what he is number one. Well, listen, he is number 1 on active QBs with Super Bowl wins.
Oh, see, look, that's not what we talking about, Jay, is it? We talking about
no, that's what we talking about.
No, that's not what we talking about. What we talking about is top 10 quarterbacks this season. That right? And y'all in week 4, when I said that Jared Goff was a top 10 quarterback, what did y'all proceed to do? Y'all called me a fat Faison lie. Well, who's the fat Faison lies now? Who's the fat Faison lies now? Hey, it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun.
It's fun now.
It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun.
We'll talk to you on Monday and see if it's still fun.
Oh man!
Listen, I tried to tell you. Matter of fact, I tried to tell you, a lot of my predictions was about right. I said we was gonna win the division. Y'all didn't agree. We did that. I said we was gonna go 13-4. In my eyes, we did go 13-4 because damn that Dallas game. But we went 12-5. We did that, right? I said Jared Goff was gonna be a top 10 quarterback. Y'all said I was a fat Faison lie. He did that.
Number 6.
What else? What else we got? 6 is top 10, ain't it?
That's right. That's what I'm
I didn't say he was gonna be number 1. I didn't say he was gonna be number 1.
You said that.
I said he was gonna be top 10.
Hey, can I ask you a question though?
I say he was gonna have 4,000 yards, 4,500 yards. He did that.
He did that.
Chris,
go off, Chris.
I'm collecting receipts. I am collecting receipts.
Chris, I got my hand raised. Hey,
what's up?
Hey, with all that being said, is he gonna have a Super Bowl at the end of this season?
I can't guarantee if he's gonna have a Super Bowl, but I can guarantee you. I can guarantee. Hold on.
The NFC Championship.
I actually think they will, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. And Mel is gonna like this. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because the next couple of storylines are gonna bring in the biggest views. Right now, we got Rams, Lions, Stafford back in Detroit, Jared Goff against the team that shunned him. Right, Stafford got his ring. If he didn't get a ring, Rams probably win this game. But the Rams already got their glory. Stafford already got their glory. Now it's time for Jared Goff to get his get back. Lions win in the wild card weekend. Guess who they go see in the divisional round? Dallas, at Dallas. There's a bone to pick with that one. Everybody's going to want to watch that because just 3 weeks ago, there was a very controversial ending to the Dallas Lions game. They're not going to let it happen 2 times in a row. Lions win that game, going to the NFC Championship, and they meet the 49ers.
Kick that field goal. Kick that
after the third time, sure, yes. But either way,
every time the underdog gets that far and make it to the Super Bowl, they're the sacrificial lamb.
They get blowed out.
Yeah, they always the sacrificial lamb. I mean, when they really want a team to win, they'll let the underdog get all the way to the bowl and then let them unleash the Kraken on them. But
like let's go ahead and talk. They always cheating the sports, man. Every sport they got.
Yeah.
But look, so they hosting their first playoff game since 1993, right?
Yes,
Stafford's coming back to Detroit.
Yep.
It's like you said, Chris, man, it's a crazy storybook ending when it ends.
Script
and
full
we get the pleasure of talking about the game and picking the winner. And I'm going with the Rams on this. I like the way they're playing. I like the fact that Kupp coming into the game healthy, Stafford's coming into the game healthy. They just found the run game from somewhere out of nowhere, and then they got a rookie and Puka Nacua that's go. You gotta pick your poison with him and Kupp. And the Rams defense hasn't been what we would want them to be, but they still got Aaron Donald, and it's the playoffs. And I mean, I think he's gonna be real motivated to play, man. So y'all might be in some trouble.
Is that right?
But before I pick the game, Chris, hold on, Chris. Hold on.
Because I got plenty of rebuttal.
Nah, just know that in the last 6 weeks of the season, the only loss that the Rams had was an overtime loss to Baltimore, and with a kickoff. Listen, when a punt return, excuse me. When I tell you that no one is more dangerous in the playoffs or in anywhere right now than the Rams. No one wants to see them.
I want to see them.
Okay. Be careful with your ass.
Hey, listen. And to Mel, to what you said, right? The best chance the Rams have is to take the top off, right?
Pause.
What pause is that? Take the top off. Anyway, right? That's the best bet for them to have a successful offense, right? You can't do that if your quarterback is looking up at the stars after every play. That O-line is Swiss. Our D-line is there. Okay. He's not going to be able to get that ball to Cooper Kupp in the cool like that, right? Second of all, right? They do have a nice rushing game, right? Too bad they're running into a top 5 rushing defense. Good luck with that. Then you talk about Aaron Donald, world beater. I agree. Guess who he's lining up against? A guy that only gave up 1 sack the entire season and is an all-pro in Penei Sewell and that top 5 offensive line. We got it. We'll be okay.
Okay. Good luck. Y'all blocking him straight up?
Hey,
we can send 2. It don't matter.
Hey, I'm going with Detroit on this one, man. I'm gonna go goddamn give me a blue light too. Shit, yeah.
And you already know where I'm going with it. It ain't even a question.
Hey, I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one. I think they do got a pretty good defense. I'm interested in seeing that game actually.
And Aiden Hutchinson actually went nuclear in the last 4 weeks of the season. He's gonna be riding that momentum.
As pretty as that Honolulu blue is. Rams in 1.
You think the Rams gonna
win?
Yeah, absolutely.
Clip it.
Absolutely.
Clip it. I'll be back.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Chris.
No,
appreciate you, Eric.
I want Detroit to win, but the Rams is a buzzsaw right now, bro. And if your tight end's not healthy, it's gonna make things a lot harder.
No, it'll be all right. We still got the best running back duo in the league. We have an all-pro wide receiver, and we have, as Cam will put it, a game manager.
Okay. All right. Well, let's finish out the rest of the NFC. And San Francisco got the bye. We got the Philly Tampa Bay game. I don't like how Philly has looked the last 4 games. Like it's like they could really lose to Tampa Bay. They really could.
I'm picking them to lose.
But I'm not picking Tampa Bay. I'm picking Philly, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. I'm going with Philly on that game.
Last check, Tampa Bay's quarterback is still Baker Mayfield. I will never pick him in a playoff game. I don't care what the circumstances are. Never. Ever.
I said the same thing, Jay, until he came in and he just didn't suck this year. I expected him to be so trash, but he wasn't. He wasn't, Pro Bowl caliber, but he wasn't absolute dumpster juice. And that was enough, especially in the division that the Falcons and the Saints and Panthers was in. Like, that's all you needed to be. Philly, after looking like world beaters this first half, they have looked like dumpster juice for the last 4 weeks. They just they look horrible. They look horrible. And the last thing you need to do is, just like Jay said, that the Rams were a buzzsaw. The last thing you need to do is be limping into the playoffs, and that's exactly what they're doing.
That's a fact. I don't see them going forward, but they may get past Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
I'm going Bucks for 2 simple reasons. 1, the game is in Tampa. 2, we don't know the status of the AJ Brown. We don't know the status of Devontae Smith, and we don't know how bad that dislocated finger on the throwing hand for Jalen Hurts is.
It's bad.
And Mariota we trust.
So your next best option at quarterback is Mariota. I don't care if the fact that you got Baker Mayfield on the other side. Baker Mayfield in the state that he's in is better than Mariota or a broken Jalen Hurts any day. And then you got Mike Evans going against James Bradbury. Tampa in 1.
James Bradbury a lot of places.
Hey man, I hate to say it, but because we already done beat up Philly, but I'm gonna go with Philly, man. I think the Kings never die, and I think that whatever little muster of hope or athleticism they got on the team, I think they all gonna come together to win that game. And I don't think it's gonna take much to beat the Bucks. They might win by a field goal or something, but I think ultimately Philly's gonna take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the Dallas game against Green Bay in Jerry's world, I got to go with that young quarterback getting a little bit flat. He might not be flooded the whole game, but they gonna do it enough to get the win. So I take Dallas over Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas too, because I think once that I'm gonna tell you this: if Dallas get a lead and they get a defensive turnover, Dallas is almost unbeatable at that point. So if they get, because once they get up, they just send pass rushers at you all day. They send Michael Parsons. I mean, it's over at that point. So if they get up, they probably gonna just wipe the floor with them. But if Green Bay keep it close, it's anybody's game. But I'm gonna go with Dallas.
I'm the safe bet. I'm gonna go with Dallas, but I'm not gonna be surprised if Mike McCarthy's. we know Mike McCarthy is notoriously bad with time management in crucial situations. And if this game gets down to a point where he needs to call a timeout, or he done blew all his timeouts early and doesn't have any, they're gonna lose that game. But safe bet, I'm taking Dallas.
I want to say Green Bay with the upset. Dallas and none. Like it's gonna get ugly quick. Gonna get ugly quick.
Yeah, I think Dallas got. Listen, let's talk about Dak for a minute. You know what I mean? 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, only 9 picks this season. Like, Dak had a very respectable season, and when he plays like that, Dallas is supposed to be.
But who did they play though? You know what I mean?
Who was on the
Who did they play?
What was on the
Commanders?
They
Commanders will give it to the Commanders.
They played their schedule. They played their schedule. They only got 12 wins. That's all I can say.
Look, they played all the youth football teams in the area and they won. They beat all the youth football teams in the local Dallas Fort Worth area, and
the
his
DFW
numbers is outstanding this year. Hey, what happened when they went up against 49ers?
Embarrassed.
That happened when a lot of teams played the 49ers, except for the Ravens.
Except for the Ravens.
Not
Except for the
Baltimore
Ravens.
now. Not Baltimore. Well, that's AFC though. But
yeah.
Hey. But hey.
I feel like Dallas, more so Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, they need to win this game more than everybody says that Dallas needs to win this game, because this game, as easy as it looks on paper, Green Bay just snuck in. You know, Green Bay is and young quarterback, no talent on the roster, whatever, blah 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 blah. Mike McCarthy is known for shrinking in big spots. Dak Prescott is known for shrinking in big spots.
Yeah,
right.
And
they're the Cowboys.
So, and Matt LaFleur is not really a slouch coach. He can coach a good game, right? So it's gonna be a chess match. If Dallas lets Green Bay stay in the game, I think so, like you said, if they don't jump, or Jay, if they don't jump on them early and get out to a lead, you can pretty much foresee it that when that fourth quarter comes down and there's 3 seconds left, Green Bay's gonna win that game.
That's what I said. I said Dallas gotta get up on them by a touchdown or two. Defense get one. Then it's a wipeout, because once Dallas does that to any team, it's pretty much over. But if Green Bay stay in the fight, it's anybody's game. If I go to the fourth quarter and the game ain't nothing but maybe one touchdown or it's down by a field goal, Green Bay got a chance.
They're gonna blow the doors off Green Bay, man, because they got to.
Yeah,
but then they're gonna have to. It's gonna get ugly quick.
Also, you have to have Tony Pollard active. You can't just be Dak to CD the whole game. You have to get all your other weapons involved. Otherwise, once they start locking in, CD still might go for 150, but then the whole passing offense is going to be 160.
Mm-hmm.
Dak don't do good under pressure either. When they get to hitting Dak, they get to Dak.
Is there any type of end of this segment? Y'all just Venus and Serena the tennis ball back and forth, and I'm waiting for y'all to finish so we can move on to AFC. Man, what y'all gonna do?
Brother man. My bad, brother man. You know what?
Is there any more meat on this chicken bone?
We need you to put your cheek fingers on in and tell them which way to go, goddamn.
When Thanksgiving dinner is good, you keep going back for more, brother.
I see, man. All right, man. AFC, man. Let's get into it, man. We got two Chiefs fan right here. This is what I've been waiting on. Eric, I see why Eric was ping-ponging the ball back, because he didn't want to get to this topic. That's what it was. Now, he didn't want to get to this. Now watch his Wi-Fi act up. The Chiefs are trash, right? They're not good. They missed Tyreek Hill, and guess what? The good thing for them is they get to see Tyreek Hill in his first game. He just gonna be in a Dolphins jersey. So, this prediction for me, it's kind of easy, man. The Chiefs can't catch unless they come in with some stickum and those gloves with the magnet in it, with a magnet in the football. Then they might be all right. Other than that, I think I think the Chiefs gonna have to utilize Pacheco in that run game, and I think they're gonna have to do something with Pat Mahomes that he don't like doing, which is manage the game.
So here's the thing. You know what? I'm not gonna let you paint that narrative.
Okay.
Chiefs in one. First of all, let's get that out of the way.
Okay.
As per usual.
Number two, we have a star. And number 4 at receiver, his name is Rasheed Rice. That man is going crazy. Number 3, here's a little known fact about your cheetah that you love so much, Melvin.
Okay.
No one in the league has more drops than Tyreek Hill this season. No one in the league has more drops than Tyreek Hill this season at 10. He leads the league in drops. Yeah.
You sure?
Look it up.
Because it's a nigga named it's a nigga named Kadarius Toney. I swear I had a bunch of them.
Kadarius Toney only played 5 games.
Valdez Scantling had 6 drops in one game, so I know Tyreek ain't leading in drops. Valdez Scantling got 6 in one game.
Answer this. When the last time you had a Marquez Valdez Scantling site, you ain't seen 11.
Hey, after he dropped that would-be game winner, I know they cleared his lockout.
11 down there, 11 out there handing out pancakes in the cab. So with the jersey, they make him put his helmet on and hand out pancakes. Your mouthpiece in 11. Man. You ain't seen 11. And not only that, listen. Tua is 0-4 in games under 45 degrees. Kickoff is going to be -4.
-4. That's where I was going with it.
I definitely think that's going to be a huge factor. However, right? In those 4 games that he played, did he have a running game like he has this year?
He don't have a running game like he got this. Listen to me. Spag and that defense is about to go stupid. You understand what I'm saying? HM might have 40 yards at the end of the game, and most of ain't gonna suit up. Period. Listen, Miami about to get dog wall. They about to get riverboated. They about to get it's about to be ugly. And
I
think
go ahead
and look who led the league in drops too. By the way, go ahead and look it up.
I think Miami has 150 plus rushing yard game across 2 running backs, and they beat Kansas City in Kansas City.
Well, I tell you what. You like to make $50 bets and lose them?
No, I'm not making no bets this weekend, brother. Save it.
Oh, okay.
Save it. I ain't making no bets this weekend, brother.
Put your money where your mouth is. I get you up for life.
This gonna be a double turnover game for Mahomes, man. I see a fumble and an interception.
You know what's crazy? I do too, but I still think the Chiefs win the football game.
I'll tell you right now, Kansas City, y'all heard it here first. With all the drop passes and all the stuff they got to say about it, we're going to the Super Bowl again this year.
You invite me to the crib to watch the game, or am I still bad luck?
Man, you a jinx like a motherfucker, man.
Invite him over, man. Hey,
you can come watch the game with me, man.
Matter of fact, let me come down there and watch it with y'all.
Hey, come on
down. Let's do that. Yeah. Hey, come down, Chris. We'll get some wings, man.
Man, say that. And some wings and some Krispy Kreme, brother.
Hey, Chris. Listen,
I might. I cheat on my diet a little bit.
We was beating Cincinnati by about 3 touchdowns. Melvin showed up. The whole goddamn game turned around. And we were supposed to win that damn Super Bowl. We supposed to win.
Hey, look, and not only that, Eric. I'm sitting there talking with you and your wife, and then I said something about Mahomes throwing an interception. And about a play later, he threw an interception.
Is that the same Cincinnati Kansas game that I had that prediction on?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris,
yes,
listen.
sir.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Hey, he stayed his ass at home last year, and we won the damn Super Bowl.
Hey, don't worry. We'll be at your door, Eric, with wings and Krispy Kreme, brother. Don't even trip.
Hey, I ain't answering that motherfucker. I'm gonna talk to y'all through that ring.
All right, so let me. So Zoe, you going KC? I know the KC fans going, and then Chris, you going KC too?
I'm going Miami, brother.
Hey, I'm going Miami as well. All right, let's go ahead and finish the rest of the AFC out, man. Cleveland, Houston. That pass rush with Cleveland and Gary is crazy, man. I really wanna pick Houston, man, but a veteran quarterback, Joe Flacco, and that defense, they got a run game. Oh man, this is gonna be tough, man. Rookie quarterback. I'm not going with a rookie quarterback. I'm going with Cleveland on that.
I want to go with Cleveland so bad, but they're Cleveland. Give me Houston. The fact that it's Cleveland, yo, I can't. And Flacco, like, all the gas in that tank has to be gone. It's Flacco, yo. It's Flacco. Houston. Houston in 4.
So what seed is Cleveland? The 6th,
5.
right?
No, 5 and 4.
5.
That's 5 and 4.
It's the 5 and 4 matchup.
Yep.
And I could see it playing out how, again, storylines and what pays the bills. They could send it to where Kansas City wins, and if Cleveland wins, they would have to go to Baltimore and write that story of Joe Flacco having to beat his Super Bowl winning team.
That's not what the story is. That's not what the story is. That's what they want you to. That's what it's the hook. It's the bait and switch. That's what they want you to see, right? That's what they want you to see. That's what they want you to believe in. But that's not where it's at. Listen, the next pick, I'm gonna tell you a story. I can't tell you now because it's gonna give away my pick for the next game.
Hey, I'm telling
But that's
you
not
that.
the story.
CJ Stroud, man. I just see one of them, what do they call it, storybook, Cinderella stories.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, man. I seen him play. I'm gonna put my faith in that defense. I'm gonna put my faith in CJ Stroud. See what happens.
If CJ still had Tank Dell, I would pick.
That's what I was going. That's exactly where I was going. I want CJ to win. I want Houston to win. I'm rooting for Houston. Like I'm rooting for them actively because I think CJ Stroud is the real deal, and I think he showed that. But defense, they got a good defense too, but I just think, that playoff stage is different. And has shown some learning curve, and he lost his best receiver. Damian Pierce has had a down year in the run game. I just think Cleveland is going to be too much for him.
All right. Buffalo, Pittsburgh. At Buffalo, I'm taking Josh Allen and Pittsburgh. But what's crazy? We never did
Josh Allen and Pittsburgh.
Josh Allen in Buffalo. Josh Allen
I'm
Buffalo.
taking everybody.
It's weird though, because we never figured out what the issue was with Stephon Diggs, man. Like I he ain't been himself this season, right?
Well, part of the reason is because his quarterback was throwing it to the other team so much.
That always has something to do with it.
Hey, he just did. He just threw it to him 3 different times the last game.
That's what I'm saying. So it's hard for Stephon Diggs to look like Stephon Diggs if he throwing it to the wrong team. Like I'm Stephon. I'm 14 over here. Throw me the ball. Not them other
Well, he also probably confused his quarterback when he showed up to the game in a skirt. So
yeah.
Hey, have y'all ever played? So have you ever? Every wide receiver is kind of a diva because, especially if they're a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
Because that's their whole life, right? If they not getting thrown the ball, they like, dude, you ain't threw me the ball. That's why we ain't winning. You know what I mean?
AJ Brown did that earlier this year.
Right. I'm the I'm the weapon. Like, throw it to me. And when he's not throwing the ball to you because he's throwing it to whoever's in a different uniform, I mean that's kind of hard to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow, especially. Hey, I give Stephon Diggs his props too, man. His heart is in the game. Bro. He sat there and watched the Chiefs walk off the field after they lost that last.
Oh my goodness!
That last game. His heart is in the game, bro. He want to win.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna pick the Bills. With that being said, because nobody believe in the Steelers.
It's not the Steelers, but Mason Rudolph. Last time I seen him, he was almost getting hit by a helmet from Garrett. I don't believe in Duck Rudolph, man.
Yeah, me neither. Hey, it was good to see him make it this far today.
Listen, the spread on that is probably the biggest spread I've ever seen in a playoff game.
Pause.
Yeah. Sure. The Vegas spread, if you want to pause that, is -10 for Buffalo. That is the largest spread I've seen for a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Buffalo because it's Mason Rudolph, no TJ Watt, and
Minka Fitzpatrick back though.
Yeah, but Minka Fitzpatrick got to play all 11 spots on defense for it to be even a chance.
No, you don't.
Okay.
So who you going with?
I hate going against Tomlin because it's Tomlin, but I'm going against Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is what it is. I'm going
with him. As long as he keep taking them to the playoffs, he gonna keep his job.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He on the Rushmore too, because 17 years and no losing seasons is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So here it goes, right? Here it goes. The best story never told is the ultimate underdog story. You understand what I'm saying? The ultimate underdog story. Here's why Pittsburgh is going to win this game. They have 2 workhorse running backs.
Sure do.
And it's going to be, they're projecting 3 inches of snow or more during the game. Not all the snow that's already fell, but during the game, 3 inches of snow.
Another snowball.
Pittsburgh is going to win that game. And here's the storyline that the NFL is tricking you to push. Everyone knows who the face of the NFL is right now, right?
No.
It's 15, by the way. If you haven't figured it out, it's 15.
Okay.
Pittsburgh is going to win. Pittsburgh is going to win that game. So as a 7th seed, next they will go to Baltimore to play their rival. Pittsburgh is going to win that game against Baltimore as well, with some help from the Zebras. Trust me on this. So you get a cakewalk. Yeah. Oh, listen, you can book all this. So the Chiefs is going to be at home next week against the Texans, who I told you is going to win, and they're going to blow the doors off. They're giving them an easy path, and then Pittsburgh's going to come in the Arrowhead and get blowed out again, and then it's going to say, Pat Mahomes won with nothing. You're making an underdog story out of your face. That's the greatest. Out of the face of the league. That's the greatest story never told. Trust me.
I want you piss test immediately.
Hey, I'm telling you right now. I'm saying it right now that the Kansas City Chiefs going to the Super Bowl.
Hey, listen.
He was a fat phased on liar.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Even if y'all do make it to the air, because I'm not down the path that y'all might take, but if y'all were to make it to the AFC Championship, it's nothing y'all could do against Baltimore. Y'all got nothing.
Baltimore not. Listen, Baltimore is one and done. Baltimore is one and
done.
Gonna
make it done.
Baltimore they played in 2 weeks. They done forgot how to play. It always happens to them. Remember when Baltimore had the number 1 seed and Tennessee came in there and knocked them out with nothing? They knocked them out with a heavy dose of 22.
Listen,
I'm trying to.
I just want y'all to keep the same energy.
If y'all get bounced in the first round, y'all might as well not even come on Friday.
Hey, ditto. Once you get bounced in the first round, I don't want to see you Friday.
Okay.
Who gets bounced?
Wait. No, this is the bet right here. This is the bet. If either one of y'all teams get bounced, you got to call in Friday. You can't show your face.
Nah, that's too easy. Nah. Show your face. Nah, come over here. I want to clown. Nah, show your face, man. Nah, show your face.
Hey, hold on. Melvin shouldn't be able to say that because he ain't never had a team.
I don't think that's true. I think I should be able to say something, man.
All right, so check it like this. How about this, right? If one of our teams gets bounced, right? So if the Lions get bounced or if the Chiefs get bounced in the first round, that loser has to listen to, we'll call it a 3 to 5 minute trash talking monologue, and they can't rebuttal. They can't say nothing. They just have to sit there and take it on live podcast. Pause.
I got a better one. I got a better than that. If Kansas City wins and Detroit loses, you got to give a 3 to 5 minute praise to Kansas City. And if the other happens, then we got to do it.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll virtually shake on that one. That's a deal.
I like
that. Done deal.
All right. Now my Wi-Fi starting to act up, man. Just in time to end. Hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna open the phone lines up one last time before we end it. Take 2 calls and let us know what y'all thinking on any of these games. Come talk on one of these games, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man. Hit the like button if you hadn't already hit that like button. If you want to bless the channel with the super chat, go ahead and hit us with the super chat. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. All that good stuff, but definitely hit that like button. Phone lines is open. Let me put the number up there. Go ahead, Eric. My bad.
No, I'm just telling. Hey, make sure y'all call in, like, subscribe, all that.
Yes, sir.
What was everybody at? Yeah, we had 300 people in here last show. We only had 100 today.
Man, it's Friday, man. Them boys at the bar. Them boys at the bar.
Yeah. We might. Maybe. What'd you say, E?
Hey, keep running it on that platform where you do it on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
Just keep running. Just take different takes and keep running different segments. Just to keep our name out there.
We may have to slide to a Thursday because Fridays is real popular for the clubs and shit.
Yeah, Friday. I don't think. Yeah. When did we go live? So what was it? Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday, and I don't know how. I thought people might have been at work, but
it was not.
Y'all talking about the origin days when I used to call in.
No, like this week, earlier this week.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I remember them days. Now look where we at. Look where we at, man.
Yeah. All right, no phone calls, man. Hey, what'd you say, E?
I said, all right, bro.
All right, man. Hey, thank y'all for joining, man. We catch you on the next episode. Peace.
We out.